storylines. But does anybody want to give me, or multiple of you want to give me a review of kind of what happened last game?
Sure. I'll go for it.
All right.
So we went into Reggie, kind of gave him an update with everything that's going on, kind of confronted him with some evidence we might have against the prince. He told us to get something solid, but off the record, he was like, "Hey, I'm kind of with you guys, but I need this. I need something more substantial to come, of course, accusing the prince of something, right? I mean, you got to come up with something way more solid than what we had." So he's
I read some people's minds, and I swear this is what they're
right.
thinking.
I saw a note somewhere. So
His cousin Fred.
yeah, we kind of agreed to that. As we were walking out, Vincent was trying to do a solid for Reggie and ask him what he wanted to have done with Trey, and he said he didn't really care so long as it hurt, were his words. So the rest of the coterie went to deal with your issue. Is that right? With the
The hacking thing.
Yeah, we
Right.
kind of everybody split up at that point.
Yeah.
okay.
A little
So
bit.
yeah, we kind of go different directions. We know that Ward went on to get with the Nosferatu and did some hacking into Megalodon. Megadon. Sorry, Megadon.
I did not hack a shark, although that could be cool too.
That'd be awesome.
Yeah.
They went to go hack Megadon, and they ended up with some really good. Ward ended up getting some pretty damn good, damning evidence as far as what we could read and kind of sort out. There was some talks about Vincent's cousin.
I was wondering if you were going to catch that.
I caught that, Aaron.
Good.
So Vincent, he hasn't found that out yet as far as in gameplay is concerned. However, the stuff that they did find was, like I said, pretty damning, pretty good evidence, pretty solid, hardcore stuff. Thanks to your awesome rolls. Those
Worked out
were
pretty
awesome.
good.
Yeah, those were good rolls.
It was a good time to roll really well on that specific file.
Right. So that kind of, backed up a lot of what we were. Again, we still have to go through it. We know that, but off the cuff, it looks like we got some pretty damn good hard evidence against him, and at least what Megadon is up against or up to as far as their experimentation with vampires and other looks like chemicals and stuff like that too.
Does anybody have that email? I mean, do we want to?
I actually do have it.
Do we want to read that?
I can.
I mean, it's long, but that way everybody can at least hear it and
Yeah, at best, we'll be able to convince the
discuss
Archons.
it together. But
Convince
I
the
mean-
Archons to take down the prince. But at the very least, we can convince them that Megadon itself is a huge threat to all kindred. Not just the Camarilla, even, just all kindred.
Would you like me to read this out?
yeah, we'll go ahead and read it since we're doing the recap. And then
Okay.
back in between sessions.
As John was reviewing, this is Ward, by the way. As Ward was reviewing the thumb drive with his ill-gotten information, he sees the following: the top folder icon that, like I had described in game, looks like a radiant grail is labeled Grail Initiative and has 3 subfolders. Project Sunrise has 3 folders. 1. UV implications, substances from flamethrower looking backpack tank supplied applicators to grenade-like contraptions down to individual munitions that look exactly like what Dr. Taylor had passed to Steve to build, but a component seems to be missing regarding one of the specific processes using a specific chemical solid that is left in the natural sunlight for an amount of time based on the UV index. All the testing was done on what appears, based on the pictures, to be at least 6 kindred to varying effect, sorry. And whereas later tests proved fatal. It appears that the final result could take reflected light in minute amounts to burn kindred as if it were a cloudy sky if the kindred went outside. The substances remained effective for 5 days on average after application. Think of these substances as reverse sunscreen. Excuse me. 2. The UV absorbing materials. This file explores various liquids and solid crystal materials that are left in the sun and absorb the components of sunlight with the clear intent of harnessing it for times that do not have sunlight. Most of the testing seems promising at first, but are very limited in either the rare raw materials needed, the volatility. God damn it.
Volatility.
Thank you. The volatility of I don't know why I couldn't say that. Of chemical process and danger posed to the chemical or materials that absorb the sunlight but do not have the effective means of then releasing the energy back into the environment in sufficient quantities to harm kindred. Again, the whole project involves kindred. One substance is significantly more supported by pictures and documents, called SLB66, and is a laboratory-grown black diamond-looking crystal that, when small enough, can emit measurable amounts of sun-replicating energy. 3. LARSA, Light Amplifying and Redirecting Satellite Array. This sucks. This subfolder has a series of data files, souped up Excel files, that would take a long time to decipher. The picture files show scientists walking around a large satellite with a large circular dish-like structure that can articulate, open, and contract, and all points to a concentrated super reflective plate that faces back towards the satellite itself. The next pic shows a test where the light hits and focuses from the dish back to the plate, which then is beamed through a perfectly sized gap in the satellite. Concept drawing shows a series of other smaller satellites that are just the dish, reflective plate, and a second plate which is movable/aimable. It appears that the more reflections they do, the more energy is lost. Cloud cover as well as planetary declination. God damn it. These big hard words, Aaron. All reduce the effectiveness of the LARSA system, as does the aperture size. Larger effects means less energy per square inch. Applications include agricultural supplements, creating unmistakable beacons, supplemental illuminations for first teams, morale weapons designed to awe and subjugate, lesser cultures with agents tasked with manipulating them for Megadon's purposes in remote parts of the world, and finally as a weapon against the kindred with pictures of the prince calling a beam of light on 2 vampires in the street. Pictures were taken at street level and timestamps.
The Lasombra brothers, you guys, the twins.
We figured.
Yeah. Pictures were taken at street level and timestamped with the link to the data file. Project Lazarus, 2 folders. Anagath F45.6 extends the user's life and is considered a wonder drug by Pentex. It is really a form of diluted vampire vitae, pioneered by one of the Giovanni named Tom Moretti. Son of a bitch! Which also makes recipients mildly more susceptible to mind-altering disciplines. They are also working on Anagath 2.0, but are in the beginning stages of applying for a grant and obtaining permissions from corporate. 2. Vampire vitae is used to drown human subjects and resurrect them as vampire-like beings with significant physical powers, but little cognitive ability. This experiment has been tested on multiple races and sexes. All subjects are numbered by dirty and most middle-aged. I'm sorry. All subjects are numbered but dirty and most middle-aged and seem to be homeless, with females being more resistant to the reduction in cognitive ability, but also less extreme in their physical augmentation. Pregnant females and their fetuses both reanimated in this way. All were. That is so horrible, Aaron. All were susceptible to fire and sunlight. Project Legion, 2 folders. First folder. This appears to be testing on vampires with collected artifacts and black spiral rituals designed to attract what the scientists refer to as banes. The goal is apparently to find a way to process vampires with banes. I'm sorry, well, it says process. Yeah, to possess vampires with banes in order to control them and make them more powerful. They experiment with numbers of bane species as well as artifacts and show brain scans combined with EKG 3D mapping to show the fusion. All the examples ended in complete failure, with either the bane being destroyed, the vampire reduced into dust, or both. One bane in particular does have a lot of data on it and shows promise, but the vampire ends up wasting away after a few days and is quickly reduced to a permanent frenzied state after 24 hours. Number 2, second folder. This relatively empty folder explores what is termed greater banes that seem to be outside of the normal species and recently observed in a number of cases of supposed possession, which was unsanctioned by Megadon leadership and thus thought to be a rogue scientist. No rogue scientists have been identified, and these banes seem to be powerful, unique, and independent from Pentec's control, at least for the meantime. These cases originate These cases originate with and follow the Catholic Church for a few of their exorcisms observing from afar. Under the Stardust Initiative folder, you were able to retrieve only one subfolder, Project Cain. That is devastating. This folder discusses Serum 431, Rage Serum, an incredibly potent chemical compound that affects the subject's brain, reversing the feelings of love and affection. The originator was a Dr. Is that really? Okay. Was a Dr. Vigor Yakinov in Ukraine. Dun dun dun. As the plot thickens.
Tie into
Dr. Igor Yakinov?
Yep. But he has been missing for over 20 years, and the majority of the information, including the chemical structure of the serum 431, was destroyed and never recovered from Kiev. This folder has a running e-log of Dr. Taylor and 2 other scientists from around the world attempting to recreate this serum virtually from scratch without success. The last folder is the FOMARC initiative and was the subfolder Operation, I can't even try to pronounce that, Icontrees. It shows all the old black and white photos scanned into digital format and starts with a picture of an iron gate with the words Arbe Mac Free. Arbeit Mac Free in the arch. These appears to capture the aftermath of some fight with a creature made of many dozens of bodies all fused together. Horrifying. Seemingly around some rather large dark crystal shard that appears to be emanating an odd aura. The man that was found with much of his face clawed off has the caption Edard Worth? Lightly scribbled on the bottom of the photo.
very faintly.
Let me know if you have any other questions, blah, 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 blah. Okay. So basically,
We can have your characters talk about this in game once you actually get together. But right now, I imagine that you guys are from Vincent and Steven, who are separated, Vincent being in the warehouse.
We're headed towards,
Who you guys are heading
right.
towards. Mhm, yeah. And then Steven, who's still working hard, mad scientist like to develop the specialized munitions that he has been tasked with.
Right. Yes.
So, with that being said, is there anything else anybody else would like to add before we jump right into kind of a turn-by-turn
I
assessment?
actually have an out of character question towards John. Do you have other computer equipment and stuff in the vehicle as we're driving? Because we should be making copies of what we have before something happens, it goes sideways, and we lose it all.
I'm trying to think here. Where was I? I was.
You guys did get a spare computer, because the other one's got all fried, because of the AI for Pentex's
Which is
defense
why I'm
system
thinking,
got onto all
when he
of them
describes that, I'm like, oh,
and
we
started
need
kicking
to.
them all out and
Yeah.
frying their hard drives.
On the way, I could be using. I mean, it's just data on a flash drive. I could be making copies on the laptop, no problem. I
Okay,
mean,
good.
the rig used for hacking is fried, but where was that?
Just as long as
Yeah.
we're not having like a single copy.
Yeah, no, well, I mean, I have to have a way to have read all that too. So I'm gonna assume that it would be a good idea for me to go ahead and bring the laptop, start working on what I've got while we're en route to go scoop up everybody. Plus, we have to make sure that Vincent's okay because we missed
We're making
a little tiny
drive
detail in the
because
recap.
I'm reading
I haven't gotten that far yet.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I guess we can continue
So-
with the
One
recap.
tiny thing we left off with on the way to deal with Trey there.
I've been trying to deal with Trey.
So yeah, so while they're off doing that, Vincent was driving to the old warehouse district where we had, well, where Vincent had eaten Ethan.
No, I
Evan,
thought some
Evan.
of us were with Vincent.
I'm sorry, what?
No, we're headed towards him.
Yeah, we all rounded up
Okay,
everybody
okay, I
else,
see.
and we're headed to Vincent. Which, speaking of, I guess while we're in the car, just so you know, out of character, I'll use, just for safety's sake, I will use the first. No, is it the first or third? The third level of technomancy on the thing, which will encrypt the flash drive so that nobody but me can open them, other than another practitioner of technomancy who can beat me. So at least they're safe if we drop one or whatever. Nobody's gonna, find out what we have.
So Vincent chose that area because he thought it was abandoned, and no one would hear the cries of Trey while he ripped him apart. And as Vincent sent him in to clear the area, he went in and heard a bunch of voices and stuff. And as Vincent walked in and shut the lights off to, I guess, I don't know, give a little bit of scare to Trey, Vincent ended up getting a scare himself. That when he shut the lights off, he heard Evan's voice in his ear saying, "You're mine." And then it went, "To be continued, ...
Cause I love
Yeah. If you wanted to kill me, that's all you had to say, okay?
Oh no. All right. Is there anything else anybody else would like to bring up as insofar as the recap is concerned?
Well, I guess specifically the Ring Guild, he now has permission to have a chiller,
Yep, that was important.
and he's eventually gonna have
For
to.
many reasons, actually. Do you
Yeah.
remember other things about that encounter?
Yes, because for one, of course, Drake was no longer at the spot that he was, and of course, the prince was hinting that he's making plans to move on something big, most likely against Camarilla and the other Archons or other primogens themselves who aren't loyal to him.
Alright. So, yeah, you guys are all kind of traveling, and, you guys are looking kind of for any kind of thumb drive. You're trying to make a bunch of copies, I assume, on the hard drive for the laptop.
Yeah, I'll make a
I
couple.
mean,
A
they're big
couple.
files, but
Yeah.
you think you could probably fit, I don't know, 5 or so copies. Like, they're that big. Like, there's tons of pictures. Like, it's very, as you can imagine, scientifically arranged, with that, you know, tons of pictures from different angles. There's measurements in there. The data files themselves are very big, very large data sets. And, so yeah. But, is there anything you guys would like to do while you guys are...
It might be good to have copies of that information just for backup.
Working on it.
That's what we're trying to do.
Yeah.
It's just taking time.
Hmm.
But you, I imagine I have Ringo driving so that I can read over his shoulder.
Yeah, it's like, what does that one say? Look at that picture, look at that picture.
Yeah, this dinky thing only has so much power to it.
I
Yeah.
honestly don't think she would recognize the name Thomas Moretti. She hasn't really heard it. She knows that Vincent had gotten really perturbed at one point when we were with those Russians in the parking lot and kept seeing somebody he
I think he
claimed
said
was
the
there.
name, didn't he?
You might have, but I
Go ahead and
don't.
give me you can give me an intelligence check then,
see if she
and
recalls.
difficulty will be 9, you can't really botch this.
Yeah, I definitely recall who it is, having been told the origin of
Yeah.
Vincent's embrace.
But she is later to the
Oh, sure.
podium, so she does not know. I got a success. I got a 9.
So you're pretty sure it does, that name suddenly sounds very familiar, and you're trying to remember, it's only 1 success, but it's still pretty vague, but it's
I'd say
enough to tie it direct, you think it has something to do with him,
I
with
say
Vincent.
Thomas Moretti. Why is that familiar?
Careful with that name. When we tell Vincent that's in the file, we're going to want to be a few feet back for when he loses control.
Well, we're not going to tell him right away, are we?
No, not until we're in a safe place where he can work his issues out. That's cousin Tommy. He's told you about his embrace, hasn't he?
haven't.
I've gotten bits and pieces, I suppose.
Yeah. Well, apparently he was embraced. Yeah. Cousin Tommy made a bid for control of the family, some mafia thing, and apparently it didn't go well for Vincent and his family, and it was only by the grace of, I guess, Vincent's uncle turning him that he survived. So cousin Tommy still being around so many years later, 100 years later or so, doesn't bode well. As far as I remember in that story, Tommy was just an ordinary mortal too. So Vincent didn't say he was a kindred, and I'm not sure he knows. It seems like that would be an odd detail to leave out if he did know, so. So, I would suggest we be very cautious when we break the news. I'll be standing a significant distance back. I've seen how fast he runs. Ringo, why don't you break the news? I'll stand behind you.
Yeah, sure.
And the car. You know what? On the second story of a building, at least. Actually, I've seen how high you can jump now. 3rd story.
Oh man. Okay. So yeah, and that's all happening while you guys are traveling. So
Yes.
back to you, Vincent. Hearing the sinister and spine-tingling voice echo through your mind as standing right next to you, you hear that voice, and you do hear talking of Trey. And you can see him there on the field there. He's walking like he was talking to somebody as you kind of, just shut off those lights right next to you. And then he was pretty confused, but that's right when you heard that noise, that Evan talking in your ear.
Right.
So, let's go ahead and get initiative, and we'll take it to there.
Ooh, nice. 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. 17.
Okay. So you will go. Right.
Hecatontries.
Yeah.
Yeah, Greek Titan.
Ooh.
It just so happened that I remember that they had that in the D&D 3rd edition epic level stuff, or a version of it.
So, as you turn, go ahead and take that miniature off the table.
Which one? This one?
Yeah, that one. So it is you. So you'll get to declare last. So Trey is going to be kind of confused. He's dead last on the initiative. So he's gonna, let's see here, pull out a pipe and attack anything that kind of gets stolen. Wrong pipe. Wrong pipe.
We're about to die, man.
RP, and then Vincent, it's your go.
So am I declaring, or am I just doing my?
You're just going because you are top of the round. You have initiative.
Okay.
So Trey is basically going to have a pipe, and he is going to go that way, so towards John, where John's sitting, and then the sounds like he's talking to somebody.
Well.
And the other initiative is doing roleplay.
Okay. So, hearing that obviously freaks him the F out.
Yeah, you've seen it, and you know that he has the power to go invis. Like he has pretty good mastery over obfuscate.
Right. I will.
He's had devastating effect in that last battle.
He did. Spinning. It's going to be a move, but he's also going to spend 1 blood to
Okay.
start growing his claws.
Okay.
And he'll kind of do one of those "Whoa," and jump back kind of deals. Whoa. Looking around.
Okay.
1 blood spent.
Give me a perception and alertness roll. Difficulty is going to be 6, but you're going to take away 2 dice from this.
0. I had an 8 and then a 1.
You are too focused on trying to figure out where the hell, like you're trying to listen for Evan, you're trying to look at like the ground and see if there's any dust movement, like you are trying to figure out what's going on, so...
Knowing what happened last time,
you
yeah.
see nothing.
Yeah. Okay.
Alright, so, you do hear a different voice, I'll give you this much, you hear a different voice echo through, but it's kind of echoing and then it's lost on you being so focused on what's happening and Evan's, where is Evan going to attack from.
Okay.
For his part, Trey, he goes, and he's also saying something back pretty calmly. They both seem to be fairly calm, which is why probably you're like more focused here, just because it's like danger and then this is something else, whatever's happening. He's slowly kind of keep creeping around looking with that pipe.
Okay.
Alright, so, next round. Trey's going to continue to search. Attack. And then, well, let's do RP. Not gonna attack yet. And Vincent.
So
So claws.
claws, yeah.
You have them now.
Okay. He will kind of back up from where he heard the voice, and he will. It's gonna be RP basically.
Okay, RP. That's fine.
You're dead, you sniveling worm. I killed you. Step out.
You can't kill me. You hear that kind of just echoing, and then it echoes and it echoes and it echoes and it builds and builds and builds and builds in your head. Just an annoying laugh that just keeps like almost just amplifying each time until it just gets almost so overwhelming that you need to like almost cover your ears for a second and then it stops. You can give me another perception and alertness roll, and you get -2 dice.
Son of a bitch. That is a botch.
Oh shit.
Okay,
Single
so
botch.
you end up like covering your ears to the point where like you can just it's like echoing and making you and maddening, and yeah, your senses are just overwhelmed right now.
Okay.
So the laughing stops suddenly as it begins, and then it starts up again. And so that's all you hear.
Okay.
Again, it's just this talk. Vincent. Now it's behind you, like looking where Cedar kind of is, but you know maybe a couple squares behind you. Vincent, I'm gonna have some fun with you.
Yeah. I'm gonna show you what I learned in prison.
Can't devour a soul that doesn't exist, and it's not yours. Can you? You hear, and that now the voice seems to be shifting around, and again does that like cackle laugh, but it just starts amplifying as if it's two speakers going back and forth, right? And
Right.
yeah, and just getting worse and worse and worse and worse and worse. Again, almost to the point where you have to cover your ears. In fact, give me a willpower roll.
Current or total?
It'll be total.
Any minuses to this or no?
No. 2 dice. Yes.
So 5. Oh, 4. Difficulty? 6?
Yes.
Say 4.
Okay. You're able to not have to cover your ears, so like you don't have to force yourself to kind of cover up next round. So you get a full suite of actions, whatever you want.
Okay.
Yeah, and this time you hear nothing. He disappears. Do you have any kind of? So you don't have any glowing eyes or anything like that, right?
I was gonna turn them on, but remember
Jumps right on
he
you.
jumped it. Yeah.
Okay.
So no, I don't at this point.
So you are in the darkness now, surrounded. I mean, there's some like ambient light, like I said, the door to the ramp there, where the cargo loading station is. Like that's a little bit like ajar, so there's maybe some moonlight that's coming in through there. But as it stands right now, you shut off the lights that were actually on, and now there's nothing but that chain link fence up there that continues off into the book, the vampire book in front of Raven.
Okay.
And toward you, just like the arrangement was when you actually went through.
Right.
With staircases that's off to your left and right at the far ends of that building.
Okay.
So with that being said, Trey is going to attack. It's going to RP and dodge. All right, Vincent. You made your willpower save, so it's a good one.
Yeah.
That was good timing.
I feel like now's probably a good time to turn the eyeballs on. Probably.
Okay.
I don't think that was expenditure of blood though, was it?
No.
I think it was just an activation. Okay, so yeah, he's gonna turn his eyeballs on,
Okay.
and I guess continue to.
Look around.
Yeah, basically, you know what I mean. Like,
Yeah, give me another perception and awareness. Well, so you did botch, so no, I'm gonna actually say you can't.
okay,
Um,
it was
so
a
just
single
tell me
botch,
which-
but yeah.
look at whatever direction. So move yourself and then look in whatever direction you're gonna look in.
So I mean, he would do like anybody else, just kind of make a full circle.
Okay.
So I guess I don't know. Can I turn fully around, or just maybe do it in quarters?
So you do see. Looks like a figure. It's over here. You see Trey there.
Okay.
And Trey looks like he's coming up, and he goes like he's gonna like hit him with this pipe, with glee. And this other guy, you can't really see him through the shadows, and with your botch, you're
Yeah.
screwed until you go right up.
Looks
on
like maybe a pole or something
There's a
too
pillar.
there.
There's
Pillar?
like yeah, a little. It's a little column
Okay.
that's right there. There's support columns, so they're solid concrete circles.
Sure.
Actually, I have to draw the squares, but they're actually circles
Okay.
or cylinders. Go straight up to the roof.
Okay.
All right, so that is what you see. For now, you are pretty sure you see a shadow that kind of ducked here, look like a movement as you're kind of looking and surveying around.
Okay.
Like as you're facing like this way and more focused over here, you think you see out of the corner of your eye like movement.
Something dark.
Like here, yeah, it's like
Okay.
so like a third entity there.
Okay.
Okay. So basically, yeah, you're gonna have to, with the botch, there's no more. You have to actively perceive if you want to perceive. There's no
Okay.
free ones this scene.
Yep. No worries.
So we'll play that one.
Stupid dice.
This combat. We're not gonna do it this. We'll do a combat battle.
Okay.
All right. So it is your. So that was your go. So you did eyes.
Yep.
And you're still pretty focused on that and not really perceiving. So there seems to be some talk. And I'm not gonna let you roll for empathy or anything unless you want to focus on that engagement. And then Trey, like I said, going up to him, looks like he's gonna try and whack him. Kind of in a dark, obscene, like almost a low laugh. Fuck you, and whatever he's saying. Yeah, there seems to be a light source over there that comes up, and you don't hear anything else or see anything other than just now this like very faint kind of yellowish light source.
Okay.
That seems to kind of be moving in different beams or whatever in that general area. Maybe like a flashlight or something like that, but it's a yellow one. You don't know. It's hard to tell.
Okay.
Again, you have to focus on that now with the perception as your action if you want to figure out more.
Sure.
Okay, so that's that. So again, Trey is going to attack. Again, we're going to do RP/dodge. And now is your go.
So you said it's kind of over here
Yep.
that I saw this darting movement. Go to there, my claws out.
Okay.
Just kind of.
Alright, are you moving and then perceiving?
Yeah, because I
Okay,
can only
then
do.
you can give me a half perception and alertness roll with -2 dice.
So it's gonna be.
You have it and then subtract.
So it's gonna be 1. 4. Nothing.
Well, it is right in front of you. It's actually, I should have told you, but it is difficulty 4.
Okay.
And you have the eyes on. So, ahead of you, you see no shadow, but you do see this engagement where Trey is going with this metal pipe and he's swinging it at an elderly black man who seems to be decked with a bat that has a yellow glow. And as you come behind, Trey looks at you and says, "See, motherfucker, I told you he's here, and I'm here on his behalf to wipe you out, old man." You dead, motherfucker. I have my orders, he says. Doesn't mean you have to follow them, son. You hear the Gerald Miller, aka Chaps, say, with his now glowing bat.
You can't quit fucking me over, can you, Eric?
Well, and you didn't hear it. Well, anyway.
Yeah,
Yeah, okay. You missed a lot of the dialogue.
I did.
Alright, so with that that being said, you have, so that was you. You now can look clearly at this Gerald Miller, who now looks at you with glowing red eyes and claws. And you see with that, he seems to get a stiffer upper lip and kind of gets his steely look. And he almost isn't even looking at Trey right now when he does this, but he is going to.
Can he see me with the lights off?
Huh?
Can he see me that clearly with the lights off?
You have red eyes.
Well, I know I do, but I mean, but does he see that it's me though? I mean, it is dark, right? Okay, so he can miss.
Again, he has a glowing back.
Yes, I get that.
So that's you kind of stepped into it. If you had been behind the pillar more, like
Yeah.
right now you have a straight line.
Totally.
If you had been like behind the pillar and like peeked around, I'd say it's a little different. But
Yeah.
even then, he probably still would have seen eyes. But that's why Trey is like looking at you and looking at him. And it's kind of like Trey does it like, I have my orders, old man. I'm gonna fucking kill you now.
Yeah.
Kind of thing. So with that, Trey does swing it at him. He's like, "What you paying attention to him? He ain't the one that's gonna fucking kill you, old man." And he goes and swings. And for his part, you see Gerald Miller now is looking over and still focused more on you, but is going to dodge this attack, which he easily does. And we are at a new round. Once again, Trey is going to attack. This time, Gerald's going to also attack. He's going to attack Trey. And then Vincent, what is your action?
God, I want to see how this turns out, but at the same time, Vincent doesn't want him dead. He never did.
That's not what Trey's saying.
I know.
He's not your best suit.
So what do you decide? Gerald is looking straightly at you, but he does seem like he's like you pretty sure he's gonna focus like quickly to try and remove this and then focus on you.
Yeah.
But he does focus on you, whereas Trey is not at all. He's just kind of like almost getting frustrated a little bit that he can't hit this old man. Denzel Washington looking guy.
Yeah.
Not to say he's old, but no one gets Denzel Washington.
He's old now.
I guess yeah,
Denzel Washington's old.
he is.
Getting there.
He is venerable.
Still looks good.
He was still
And
awesome
this guy's
in
venerable too. So.
The Equalizer though.
I mean, if he had a glowing bat, I'd still be afraid of it. So.
Oh man.
So what are you gonna do? Help Trey stay out of it?
Probably won't join him. However, he does not have beef with him, and he also knows that he's the protector of the little girl. So, yeah.
Did do a very good job so far.
Ouch. Shut up, you're not there.
Someone's got to be, Vincent's
Someone's
conscience.
gotta be the devil on the shoulder.
Yeah.
I know Jessica would do, but I'm not there.
Yeah. So it is your go.
Or are you trying to stick it, or, skewer him the one time and miss?
She told him. He knows about the vampires. It's bad.
Vincent will
Any of you, quiet.
tell. Vincent will. Trey, stand down.
All right. So Trey kind of seems very confused. But you said I need to clear this warehouse.
I didn't say to kill anyone.
He looks back at you, and as he does, Gerald still had an attack, so he's gonna take a bat to the face.
Oh no.
Okay, that was funny. that was good.
Vincent really doesn't care what happens to Trey. And getting a bat with true faith to the face would be kind of.
Did you guys
Awesome.
look at this?
Oh no.
I did take out one.
That is
success
fucking
on
horrible.
4 plus
Oh my
6.
god.
6. So it's strength plus 3.
Ow.
Plus
Oh that way.
And it's
It's horrible. He rolled like 410.
Did he swing for the head too? So, isn't that lethal then?
it's there's more to it than that. Even.
Oh no.
1, 2, 3, 4. So
Exploded
he
my whole life.
he just bats him right into the face, and like it's slow motion for you because you just see this like spark, like it's literally sparking off this sort of
Holy
divine
aura.
energy. And you actually saw this last time he attacked too, because he was pretty gnarly with this bat, if you recall, or a bat. You're not sure if it's
Yeah.
the same one. But it's like you can see he's hit so hard that the bat seems to almost itself bend, and then hits like in this guy's face. You just see it like crumple in where his nose should have provided some structure, and just it literally goes in and knocks him right up against the cage there. And you see he's just completely like stunned in a way, and just like faces, his nose is totally like smushed. It looks like he's knocked out some of the front teeth and maybe broken the part of the upper part of the jaw. And he looks fucked up and just like drops the bat at this point. And you see he kind of just stands there almost like he was wielding a sword. And he just kind of is looking at you, and you see this guy kind of going up. I was told you were different,
I am.
son. You need to just leave. So he says, son, you need to just leave, as he goes and quickly focuses over towards Trey, who is completely just like, his eyes are wide, and you see like, he starts coughing as the blood starts flowing into his mouth. Like I said, the pipe's now on the ground next to him. And then he looks back at you.
He looks back at me, or he looks back at me?
Gerald does.
Okay.
Yeah, chaps. And to that, you see he's, actually you could give me now a full perception and alertness check.
It's 1. Well, it depends on what the difficulty is.
It would be, it's 6 in this case because we're trying to do.
Okay, so 1.
Okay, you see a bat. You don't see that shotgun that he had last time.
Right.
But you do see what you think are a couple of like a Molotov cocktail on his side. And then you see he has like an armored vest on. And he seems to have an earpiece in. With what looks like an external mic that's on there, and he's kind of looking at you, and he's sort of seeing what you're going to do. How does this play?
You know I've never wished harm on you.
Funny way of showing it.
Why are you here? Are you hunting?
Not you. Why are you here?
To dispose of that, as I look over to him. He's done awful things. Awful.
Then hand him into the authorities.
That's who sent me to do this.
The authorities sent you to take care of somebody?
The people of my kind above me.
He seems a little confused. He's still using like he's trying to use a little bit of the pillar
Sure.
to be in between you and him a little bit.
Right.
But you see like the bat lowers a little bit, and he's like kind of changing the grip on it a little bit, so he'll loosen it once and then he grips it again. I can feel his darkness.
There's a lot in him. But I also feel that
What the
there's...
fuck are you guys doing? Goddamn, man.
You see like Chaps just kind of looks over at him, and then you can give me an empathy perception roll.
Fuck. Well, 3, but 1, 1, so 2.
You would say that like initially it's sort of annoyance as this guy's just speaking speaking kind of like a, you know, the adults are talking, please be quiet kind of
Right.
situation. But then he kind of catches himself and he looks at it and he does sort of look at it. And as he's thinking, you can kind of see his head sort of tilt and his eyes sort of drop a little bit. And he seems to have like, he seems to be more sorry for this guy. If
Okay.
that makes sense. A little bit. He's kind of like, oh man, you know, like. Murder just begets more murder.
I understand. But sometimes it needs to be done.
You can't hand him in to the human authorities.
He'll just be let out. That's what's happened to him in the past many times. I
So
understand.
he's going around. You can give me another perception and alertness roll. This one's going to be difficulty 9. Can't really botch it.
Okay.
So,
Son of a bitch, so close. None.
none. Okay. He does go look. You see him, and he shakes his head. That's not who we are, he says. No, this is not who we are. I don't care if you flipped up his rap sheet, he says. He seems now kind of annoyed and unsure of what to do. And then he kind of refocuses on you. All right, and he pulls out the earpiece and sticks it in his pocket. What if I take him? And I vouch for him.
To the human authorities?
What?
To the human authorities? Or take him.
And if he gets out and he's left free, do what you need to do.
You
You
understand.
need to break the cycle.
I get what you're saying. But that's also. There's people like that. I am the reason. I am the people that deal with issues like this. That if I disobey my orders, the same could happen to me.
He says, give me a manipulation. It could be choose manipulation or charisma. Let's see if you can kind of convince him. He has a pretty strong will, as you can imagine.
Yeah, I got 3 in either one, so it doesn't matter which.
Okay. Let's try and see about expression. Try to express your need.
I will spend a willpower on this because I need him to understand.
Okay.
Which leaves me with 1. 1. I know. It's horrible. I don't think we gained any back, right? Because we didn't gain any back.
Only if you sent me, if you had something from last session that you wanted
No,
to
it's.
yeah,
I was just waiting for the end of the story.
or
Yeah.
one of the stories.
Or yeah.
Yeah, you're on there, the number of them
Okay.
that have content currently going on.
Well, so 1, but I got a 10, 8, and my willpower. So 2.
More because you spend the willpower on this.
Okay.
He sees you and he looks at your face, and despite your claws, despite your eyes, he did have a full conversation before you actually got involved for, you know, about a minute or so, a little less, with this young man who, he said, even admitted has darkness in him. He goes back and he seems to like not sure what to do with himself. He starts walking towards me, like in contemplation, and he's like, shaking his bat as he's thinking, and he's shaking his head, and he seems to be talking to himself, even though the earpiece isn't in, but he's like really talking to himself. Seems very conflicted and torn.
I get it. Being in our positions is not easy. And sometimes we have to make those hard decisions. In this particular case, the decision is being made for me. I gotta do what I gotta do.
God put me here now. He says as he's like thinking about it, and he's like gonna go and like almost defend him, and then he breaks off because you have your willpower spent,
Okay.
and he is very he understands, and perhaps there was something that was told to him in his earpiece that made him somewhat mad.
I do believe that your time in this area is not wasted. I believe there is something here. It spoke to me when I walked in the door.
For his part, and since you spent that well, that's a different role, but that's okay. He seems to have kind of palmed the pipe, and he seems to be looking just like predatorily focused on Gerald as he gets his feet slowly underneath him, as if he's going to spring forward. It's not right. Evil deed does not cancel other evil deeds. But this kind of evil, he says, as he's like pointing behind himself off to the side, though, clearly talking about Trey.
Sure.
Why is that any different than some demonic entity? Maybe he was possessed. He goes through and he's like, maybe he was possessed. Seems to stop. He's looking over at him. And then he looks down off to the side a bit. Alright, so give me an initiative.
Shit. That is a 10.
Okay. So Gerald goes first. So he starts walking, and he brandishes his cross, and he brings it out, and you see him just approaching, and he starts rehearsing the Lord's Prayer. Our Father who art in heaven. He goes up to him, and you see for his part, Trey just looks, and you see like he just has utter hate in his eyes as he's looking at this guy. No, like, I mean, yeah. So what would you? It is your turn now. You're pretty sure, for his part, he's going to spend a willpower, and Trey is going to try and clock Chaps.
So I don't know how the mechanics are going to work in this particular situation, but I feel like with my speed, I can do. Wait for. Again, I don't know how this will work. Wait for him to do what he's about to do. To take his
You can
clocking
move
motion.
and then block on behalf of Chaps. So a block action
Okay.
would be about it. So you basically grab the pipe,
Right.
or something could be.
Right.
So you could, or you could just take the hit on your hand, or those are kind of the main options. You could try and like shove Chaps out of the way. Is another.
I don't want to take any kind of forcible move on Chaps. I want to focus on him. So when he goes to swing, I will take that block action.
Okay.
Not let him hit me, but grab it in mid swing.
It is going to hit you. So that's how block works.
Okay, that's fine. I can still.
It's
I'm
like-
pretty sure I can take it.
Yeah.
So.
Okay. So are you doing any celerity for extra actions, or are you just going to do a split block action?
I will. Yeah, sure. I'll spend 1 blood for
For one action?
one
Extra
action. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I will do that.
Alright, let me get block up real quick, just to make sure we're doing it right.
Sorry, guys. I'm going to take
No,
you guys out of
not-
the.
not-
Okay.
It's an interesting story that's unraveling here.
It is.
Alright. So. Block. Dexterity brawl maneuver using your character's own body to deflect a hand-to-hand bash. Lethal anger cannot be blocked unless the defender has fortitude
I
or
don't
is
think so, you stupid little bug.
Alright, so with that being said, go ahead and make your dexterity in brawl. It's going to be half dice unless you're going to use your celerity action as a part of that.
So I need to make sure that we get the ruling straight on this. I spent 1 blood to use 1 round of celerity. Does that mean my other celerity can be used as my dex?
Yes.
Okay.
Any unused points are used towards your dex.
Okay, that's
Yes,
all I need
absolutely.
to know. Okay. So at half, that means I'm doing dex brawl or just dex?
So you have to move, and then you can do
Right.
dex brawl,
Okay.
and it's half.
So it's going to be half,
Yeah.
right?
So
So,
you immediately spring in, and you basically are going to go to attack. He is also injured, but he is going to use his full dice pool because he's spending willpower.
okay. So 4, 8, 9 and half.
He grabs it, and you see Gerald Miller is like looking, and then looks down as he realizes, oh, this guy has a pipe, and he's still going to try and attack me in his state,
Right.
despite not having most of an upper jaw.
So it's always rounded down, correct?
It is always rounded down. Yes.
Okay. So I got 4 to do this.
Okay.
Son of a bitch.
No.
No.
All right. Well, he does hit for 1 extra damage. So he does his strength, which is 4 plus 1 plus 1. 1 damage gets through. So he does come through and basically clocks him a little bit, like grazes the forehead basically, but enough to kind of stun him as as Gerald Miller's eyes kind of go, and it knocks the cross out of his hand. Like looked like next round he was going to activate True Faith.
Sure.
Or the power that he has. But he just used it walking up and beginning that action. So it is your celerity action.
Okay, so
You have claws.
I do have claws.
You could kill Gerald.
I do not want to kill Gerald. I know. I know. Bunch of heathens around here. I love you, man, but you know.
I'm wondering if I could get anything out of a hunter's blood.
Right?
See, I'm the master.
I think doesn't that hurt? I think that hurts. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it does. So
It's spicy.
he went. So he goes to
Like the
block.
burn.
He misses.
Yeah, you tried to like intervene and try and like block it out, but he like goes through and hits him in his head.
Right. So I
But
think.
it's not very deep.
So I think what he'll do with his coming up, he'll come back with a backhand, bam, and put everything into it and try to not launch him this way.
Okay. Go for it. So you have a full dice pool, brawl, dexterity.
Brawl. It's Dex Brawl for the hit, right?
Yeah.
So, okay, so 8.
And then you still get your celerity.
I get 1.
Mhm.
Okay, okay.
That's not.
1, 2, 3, -1, so 2, 3, so 2.
Okay.
God dang,
so
really?
you do hit. He's not blocking, so plus 1 damage. So give me a strength plus potence plus the 1.
Strength.
Kill him.
Potence, +1. He did say make it hurt now.
Fair enough. Yeah, Caps will not like that part.
God dang it. 1, 2, 3, -2, 1. God
One?
dang it, yes.
Alright. He does not block it though, and he is now crippled. We'll say he launches back 3 foot, or
One
basically
square?
1 square, yeah. Pow! And he slides back, and he just looks at you like surprised, like someone, you know, a buddy that just hits you in the middle of a fight. You're kind of like, what? Why? He looks at you.
Kind of like Curtis and Jesse.
Jesse, or something like that. Yeah.
What I do?
And for his part, that's that for that round. Gerald kind of looks at him and looks at you, and he kind of nods at you, seemingly knowing what just happened. Kind of like nods as he's taken, you know, some of the blood off of his lip. You see, he kind of reaches into his pocket as something dawns, and he puts in the earpiece again with the mic. You can give me a perception and alertness. Difficulty now will be 8.
Oh, 1.
1. You hear a voice talking to him through his ear, and it seems like a young female voice. Hard to do anything else with that, but that's what you get. She
Okay.
seems to be talking to him. Seems to be somewhat frantically talking to him.
Okay.
He definitely looks kind of behind him at the door, looks at you. You expecting anyone?
The rest of my coterie. They are on their way.
That includes Ward, huh?
It does.
And Ringle?
I believe so.
He looks back at the guy who's now crippled, laying in front of him. He's still trying. It's like that one guy that just won't give up, you know, has the bar, the pipe.
Just a flesh wound.
Exactly. Still missing the front 2 teeth, and most of his jaw is broken here, and his nose is still totally crumpled, and blood's pouring down. Now he has a straight up, like, backhanded split, and, you know, there's blood spatter on the chain link fence there behind you for the cage, but he seems to be looking at you, and then looks at Gerald who's standing before him, and then, you know, lifting up his bat to kind of look pointed at his face, and you see he lowers it, and you hear like the chinking of the pipe, you know, as he kind of raises his hands and he's rolling his eyes and kind of tending to himself a little bit. So what now? You hear talking in his ear, since you're close enough.
Can I try to make another perception on the voice?
Yeah.
Earpiece at Best Buy.
Right?
It's not high tech. It's not like a bone mic or anything.
It's fucking like a Discord set of headphones.
No. Straight up. He bought it, has like little like bunny ears or some shit, cat ears.
Actually better, 2 that time. On difficulty 8.
You're pretty sure you hear something along the lines of uncle and escape. Uncle, escape.
Vincent
You
will look.
see, he kind of looks like he's looking nervous now. He's looking around, and you see he's surveying kind of the situation of where he wants him to go.
Vincent will turn to him, and of course, lowering his hands. Go take care, Tamika. I've got this.
With that, he looks at you, and then he kind of walks behind you, and then you see him open up, which is now open, the cage, and he goes back to there. And there's still a whole bunch of like rows of boxes and stuff like that.
Back this way?
Yeah.
Okay.
In that cage, but if you recall correctly, there's actually another exit in the back.
Right.
So he's gonna go.
That's where the
towards that
stairwell
direction.
was, right?
The stairwell's on the side. This
Oh,
is
sorry,
actually
okay.
a different exit that you guys didn't explore because you didn't really go into the gun cage too much.
Okay.
Or it's not a gun cage. I'm sorry, the cage.
Right.
The storage cage. It's on the first level. So, but he seems to be heading back there
Okay.
pretty rapidly. Okay, you guys all pull up. You see Vincent's car. Yeah.
Good, he's still here, he didn't leave on us.
And
I
yeah.
wonder how much of Trey's left. She's saying she's getting out there.
She's like,
I wonder how much of Trey is left.
hopefully left some for us.
Oh no, she doesn't want to take part in that.
Oh,
Ew.
yeah, too barbaric.
No.
Yeah, you guys all pile out, and you see that the front door is open. As I described earlier, the cargo bay, the sliding metal door is mostly closed. It just does have like a little, slit that's maybe half a foot or so of space of gap underneath. But which would be more than enough for a gaseous form, but not necessary because the door off to the side up the stairs is open and is widely open. No lights on inside.
Okay. Well, I mean, as they pull up, I'll throw my laptop in a satchel carrying bag, whatever, throw it on my shoulder and get out. I see.
Why is it dark in here?
You hear that echo?
He's playing cat and mouse. I don't know.
This is not H.H. Holmes' murder hotel.
No,
You do have a light. You do have a light switch that's near you.
I find a light.
Pat, 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 trying to find a light.
Yeah, they all turn on. Everything turns on. You guys can all give me perception and alertness rolls. Difficulty will be 9. Ward, I'm assuming you have your thing on. So it's going to be difficulty 7 for you.
One
You can't
success.
watch this.
One success next to a 1.
3 successes.
The
3
9.
successes.
Get that one out.
Yes.
Yeah.
Just a perception roll.
Just
Yeah.
one.
None.
None? Okay. You think you hear some other noise off in the corner. You're pretty sure you hear a door close in the back of the warehouse.
I'll call out. I see no reason to be suspicious. Vincent's here. Vincent? Is that you? Where you at, man? And I'll start feeling along for the light switch. Yeah, with
you
the
guys
rest of
find
them.
it.
Yeah.
Okay. Flick.
And then all the lights buzz on.
Who else paying the power bill for this place?
Right.
Yeah,
So the extension cord ran over to the next building.
pretty much. Yeah.
Well, this is an apartment building, isn't it?
No.
Oh.
It's
So
a
He
big
was
warehouse
using
thing.
it. Evan was using it for living space, but it's purely, yeah. It does have a landlord, but
Well, if it has a landlord, that's why the power's on.
someone doesn't pay attention to them.
Well,
So, yeah, I'll call out looking for him and start strolling in.
You hear them all piling in, asking for you. Ringo, what is Ringo doing?
Yeah, I'll follow in,
Okay.
and I guess I just see Vincent and what's his face there?
Or
What's left of
Yeah,
his face?
Trey, who does, you guys come in, and like I've described many times, he looks fucked up, and he's laying down up against the chain link fence. There seems to be blood splatter, and it definitely looks like Vincent probably just full on punched him with his fist into his face.
how's it hanging, Trey?
Jesus fuck, Vincent, what?
He goes, and he sees like, still trying to like fix his nose, but it's like,
You
he's,
do
like,
know
trying to
why this is
pop it out.
happening to you, right?
He goes,
You're a very bad person. You've done some terrible things. We've seen your rap sheet. You're not gonna stop. You're a waste of oxygen.
Or why don't you just like go into his head and make him, I don't know, give him suggestions to do like
Because he's
charity
already,
work or whatever.
but he's already destroyed lives.
as they're even talking like that,
No. Oh, sorry, go ahead.
Vincent's like, I told Reggie I'd make it hurt.
You have to fucking torture him.
Yeah, but what was that
Yeah,
door?
torture
Did
is
you
the
just
best
come
way.
in?
you're gonna like get into his like shoulders and then.
I'm gonna rip his fucking arms right off.
All right.
Okay, I'm out. She turns around and walks
He looks
into
really surprised at you and kind of like looks at you as you're like standing over him with your claws and like go down and you see like this, and your claws sink in to screaming.
So
It's gurgled, but he's screaming.
so then
Vincent, don't fucking play with him. Jesus Christ.
I'm not gonna play with him. He'll bleed out real quick. He's already crippled.
Jesus.
Um,
You will have to make a humanity check.
I will. I know. I know.
Jessica is pointedly leaving the room and going out, like, towards,
Okay.
as close to the front door as possible.
To make this even more horrible, he's gonna shift to horrid form.
Oh
Okay.
my god.
Okay.
I'm not gonna have any part of this.
I think Ward's gonna go looking for whatever door. I'm suspicious as to, what I just heard. So I'm gonna go walk along the back and ignore what's going on here.
So you're gonna go back out and then go.
Well, I'm gonna kind of walk along the back here because I heard a door from inside. So I'm gonna kind of walk the perimeter and see if I notice anything ajar.
So there is a door that is open on this side for the stairwell, because you remember the two stairwells are on the other side. The gate, though, is also open. That is going into the storage area, which you guys did not really explore too much last time you were here. That is open, and ajar.
This chain link area over here.
Yeah, so behind there, basically.
Yeah, I'll just start poking around,
Okay.
kind of cautiously poking around, kind of curious what I heard.
Yeah, give me a investigation and perception roll then. Oh.
2.
2. Yeah, basically, I mean, you see some, like, scuffle marks. Looks like a single drop of blood, like in the middle of the floor, with the kind of little bits of movement that's disturbed some of the dust that goes in a very specific path, so to speak. But it's slow going, and you're kind of searching everywhere, and eventually you kind of get to that point. It's not like 3 or 4 or 5 successes, it's just 2. But you do see that, and then you do get to the back and see that there is a door. It is closed, but there is a door presumably leading to the outside, to the back of the building, that you see. But like I said, it's closed. But it's about right for the sound, where the sound had originated from.
I cautiously open it and just kind of look outside. Kind of do that like horror movie moment of I'll open the door, step out, look out into the night, see if I see anything strange out there. I'm like, what's back here?
You see him walking through and sort of looking around and it's gonna take a couple of rounds.
Yeah, I'm just kind of ignoring him while he does his business.
I guess I didn't state. I didn't realize he was gonna go back there. I would have told him.
You
to
don't
leave him.
know, but you
Yeah.
did your thing.
I did.
I asked you a
And he was
question and
walking.
you just started ripping a dude apart. So I was like, I'll poke around. He's busy.
Yeah.
He's doing something. He's doing a thing.
You can justify however you want. You need to give me a humanity roll.
Yep. No worries. I figured as much, to be
And
honest.
I'm gonna say it's gonna be an extra difficulty. Because of
Now
the
what's-
aggravating circumstances.
What is the ruling on willpower? Now you could spend your max. You can't.
Well, you can, and then if you spend any more beyond,
Then it
you
goes
can go to
down
0, but
permanently.
if you go to -1, then it's a permanent willpower.
Right.
-2, another permanent willpower.
Okay, so I want you to see. I have one
Well,
left.
question: are you doing rules as written? Because you can't spend
Can't
willpower
spend
in humanity
willpower
rolls.
on humanity.
Okay.
Yeah, it's, if you're going through with this,
I am.
then
I promised Reggie.
Those are the rules.
I promised Reggie.
Those of us who know what's going on have to do humanity rolls.
I'm gonna.
Yes, if you're not going to actively stop it, I'm going to force you guys to make humanity rolls as well. Because
okay,
your
I'm gonna-
coterie is torturing somebody.
I'm gonna stop.
I'm
it.
not torturing him.
I'm
I'm just
gonna go-
yanking his arms
I'm
off.
just yanking and letting him bleed out to death slowly.
Alright, I'm gonna go up and put my hand on him.
Oh yeah, I made it clearly.
I did.
am convinced Trey is a very bad person.
I did. I made it.
You made it?
Yep.
I'm
I did. No, I did.
I did.
Alright.
gonna try and intervene.
Alright, so how would you intervene? Because he already stuck his claws into him, and he's going to take horde form, is where I'll say that we are in sort of the rounds here. You can see he's starting to kind of like think about it and grow. And for his part, Trey's just looking up, just horrified. And in great pain. Already.
Alright, I'm gonna go up to him and put my hand on one of his arms. And I will say, Vincent, you really wanna emulate a psychopath?
So if I haven't changed yet, I'm in the middle of changing.
Yeah, you haven't changed yet.
This,
He'll look down. He'll look down to him and
better way to
say,
put it.
"I owe Reggie my life."
You don't own your soul.
Oh snap! That was a zinger.
That was good.
No, that's what he says. He's gonna ignore it.
Okay.
He owes Reggie. As far as he's concerned, it's gonna be a debt paid.
Okay. So you're following through?
I am following through.
Okay. So he grows into horde form. What do you do? He is now 8 feet tall, 9 feet tall. You've seen this form before. And now, for his part, Trey's just absolutely beside himself, damn near delirium form. He's just like looking up and he sees this like giant, and even the claws grow bigger, right? So it's like you're doing that, and like they grow inside of his shoulders, right? Or in his arms.
Alright.
You tried, man.
You did try. You did
An
try.
attempt was made.
I'm gonna pull out my gun and I'm gonna shoot Trey in the head.
Okay.
Through initiative, wouldn't it?
No, because you're gonna shift into your owl. Owl.
You did make it a big lot.
That is 3 successes.
Okay. Go ahead and roll your damage to make sure you just don't botch. Basically, or fail. So add 2 damage to it.
Let's see, it would be point blank.
Yeah, difficulty 4. On the attacks, not the damage.
Yeah, would have been, I think, 4 successes then.
4? Alright.
Well, if you're
plus
shooting him in the
three.
head, wouldn't it be plus 2? So it's
Oh,
still
then
6.
plus 2, so 6 still. So
Oh,
it's
it
still
is, okay,
Yeah, because
never
you're
mind.
shooting him in the head.
Alright, so 3.
Okay.
Uh,
So plus 2. So then another plus the shooting in the head plus 1 or plus 2 damage? Plus 2 damage.
Oh, damage? I think it's
Yeah.
plus.
Plus 1 damage?
Thought it was
I think it's 2.
2 damage?
Yeah.
So,
think
so
so.
you'll do, so you'll do 4 extra damage on the headshot.
alright.
We'll go with 2, it's fine. It's
You
all-
know what's funny is it was 1 in vampire, but it was 2 in mage.
Yeah, I always go with Nate. Because
Yeah,
Nate has much
the-
better rule set. Yeah. Or a lot more amplified rules.
Holy fuck. 1,
Botch
2,
it.
3,
Oh.
4.
No, you didn't botch it. That's good. I was like, oh no, really? How am I going to justify
3.
this? 3? Yeah, you kill him. So you go through, because he was already crippled. So you just walk up and
3 tens.
you hear a gun get pulled, but you're kind of getting big and just about to rip his arms off, and he comes around and
Getting
shoots him in the
swole.
head.
I'm gonna do it anyway. I don't care.
That's fine. You still do. But yeah, you shoot him, and then you
Nunchuck.
rip his. Now you have little nunchuck arms.
I'm gonna hit Ringo with one.
That's a lot of blood.
That was my kill.
Alright.
Are you seriously gonna do that?
That is a good question.
It would hurt you very much badly if I did. So no, I won't.
It's blunt. It's bashing.
Don't do it, please.
Just shake it in his face.
But yeah, no, Trey is now no more. And his body lay there and slumps down. Looks like the last bits of blood are draining out, but you might be able to get, 2 more blood out of him or something. But
But Jessica's at peace with it. He was a bad person. Deserved it.
you guys letting him bleed out?
I'm gonna take his arm and go
Oh god.
and drink
I'm
it.
just gonna turn around and leave out the front door.
Okay.
I'm down blood.
I walk out with you. I was still at the front door.
I mean, I
I'm
just
not bad. I
spent
didn't-
2 blood to
I know
get
what's going on. I heard
3 in all
screaming,
my
but
physical
So
stats.
I will, because it's like a little teeny mini thing. I will give you guys 1 willpower point for killing, for finishing off Trey.
Back.
Yes.
Okay.
So you guys recover 1 willpower point. And yeah, that's about it. So, what would you guys like to do now?
I see nothing untoward on the back porch or the back out the back door.
No, you go out
Quiet
there.
street or whatever.
Well, it's actually like kind of an open lot. It looks like this. It's like the back lot way And then like there's another lot with another warehouse, and there's a whole string, like it's a whole row of warehouses and cement, but you don't see anything. You hear the sirens and you hear the airplanes because you're really close to the airport, but that constantly are taking off even at this hour. But beyond that, nothing much else.
Upon hearing the gunshot and then waiting a moment to hear if I hear any more sounds of trouble. Okay, that was probably the end of it. I'll stroll back in and see Vincent
I'll get in the,
juicing a human arm.
I'll get in the
So
vehicle
give
with
yourself
you and
another
just
2
ask
blood
if you're
point,
okay.
or 1 blood point because the arm is worth
Sounded
it.
like-
I wasn't gonna actually get in the vehicle. I was just gonna go lean against the building.
I still ask if you're okay.
I'll be fine.
Alright.
Well, Vincent, if you're done here, we have some things to discuss.
Yeah, I'll shift back.
You made a pretty
Maybe
big mess.
wasted.
What are we doing with the rest of this?
Freaking blood point. What?
What do we do with the rest of this? You made a mess. I mean, it's still a homicide in a city full of humans. So, what are we doing with this? And do you have the other one somewhere? As I watch you holding one arm, is the other one around here somewhere? Did you drop it? Tell me you have all the pieces at least.
If it's there, it's right there.
Comes in and finds an arm.
Where did that come from?
Oh, wait. I see. There it is. It rolled behind this box over here. I kick it over by the rest of them. Well, what are we doing with this? We gotta go. We gotta get back to our dog. I hit the mother load. Okay. You know what? Actually, don't say anything. I'm gonna need you to step back. Hey guys, you still out there?
Yes.
Hey, you might wanna stay out there for a minute, but
Too late. Oh, gross.
yeah. So I'm gonna back up a little bit, buddy. You know I love you, right? But I got some news for you. I'm gonna need you to stay very calm, just very calm. You feeling calm, Vincent? You got it out of your system, buddy? I'm gonna back up at least 10 meters.
Your phone buzzes.
Look at my phone.
It is Malaise.
Is it ringing or is it a text?
It is ringing.
Goddamn vampire old people. Fucking who calls people? Hold on, Vincent. Just hang on a second. I got some news for you. And we're gonna want to hear it here, but where you can do the least amount of damage when you lose your shit. But okay, I'll answer.
Okay. Ward,
Sir.
got some good information from Shayna. Where are you guys at?
Not far. Probably 20 minutes out.
We know where the diamond is.
Okay.
I've divined it as well. I had to be careful, but I'm pretty sure it's there. It's a vampire that she was attempting to work with on the Sabat side, known as the Warden.
That's familiar. Are we? Is it in DC proper?
Maryland.
Maryland.
So at the Charles County Detention Center, 6905 Kane Highway, La Plata, Maryland. La Plata
How appropriate.
is
So,
a place as well.
yeah. So, are you? I'm with my coterie. We're available. Are you tasking us with retrieval?
Yep.
Okay.
Let's do it. Let's move.
Okay. Or do we have any other assets in place, or is it just us?
I can see about getting some assistance. How's your new children? Ready for prime time?
I imagine she's still pretty fresh, but she's
Shoulder?
she could be useful, but we'll bring her along to as a lesson at least.
And then Cade and Timothy are also available.
Oh, perfect. This should go smashingly then.
How many fucking people are gonna die tonight?
A lot.
A lot. Oh my god.
All right. Well, we'll.
This takes top priority for the Chantry, as you can imagine.
I'll talk to the group, and we'll connect up with the others. And
We're sending Cade and Timothy up ahead while you guys they're gonna head up that way. So we'll just have the gargoyles also go. Trying to figure out some more information about this warden clan, other information. It's all sparse. The Nosferatu didn't have any information up front, so they're gonna try and do some digging and get us some information on the fly, but we might have to fly blind on this one.
Okay. Well, we've got some muscle, so we'll do what we have to do.
Okay. I'll notify the sheriff of our movements. Might be also a way we can get some more assistance. Have to be a little gentle with our information sharing on this one, though. Play this one fairly close to the chest. We need that diamond.
And we need them not to have it.
Something is not right with this whole situation. It's not in the favor of the forces of evil here. It's weird.
Can't decide if I'm out of character, if I'm supposed to be part of the forces of evil or not. Wait a minute.
Certainly not.
Wait a minute.
The Tremere,
Something's,
you are never the
something's
forces
not
of evil.
happening.
Are we the bad guys?
Oh, hang on, wait a minute.
Are
Okay.
we?
I thought they were the
This
forces
whole
of evil.
time?
We were just the forces of moral ambiguity.
Well, it depends if you're following the prince. So yeah, you guys are. That's about it. He says, "All right. Well, head that way. Send me a text when you're crossing the border, and then again once you arrive at the detention center, and then keep me updated. We'll try and drum up some more support."
Okay. Excellent.
And
Well,
you guys also recall at the very end, you might have missed it. You did also get a tasking from the sheriff. Do you remember that? At the very end, you guys received.
And we're gonna go ahead and extract the Nosferatu, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
So there's a.
was that us?
Yeah.
Why did I think that?
Because initially he said we may not be able to be available because we were doing the thing with the Megadon, but now that we are done, we are free and able to do it.
Yeah.
See,
Maybe I'm thinking of, yeah.
so there's a bit of a conflict. If your chancery is saying one is a priority, the sheriff is saying this is the priority.
the sheriff did mention something about a warden. He said that one of the Nosferatus had been sold to a
Right.
So it may.
to someone called. So that's another tie to this warden, whoever this is.
Right. You know what it was that I was thinking in my head was I was thinking of what we talked about when we were talking about the barrel situation, and he was saying he had a group for that.
Yes.
That's why I was like, oh wait, didn't he have a group for that? No, that was for the barrels. So, yeah, the auction house had the.
Yes.
Yeah, and that was another coterie that did that.
Yeah.
There are multiple
One.
things happening.
Well, Vincent, I changed my mind. I think our news can wait. Probably better not to get things stirred up. You just have to trust me on this one. But like I said, we got a gold mine here. Hit pay dirt, whatever euphemism you want. I've got news, guys. So you remember that little outing we had over at the safe house, chasing down Shayna down in Sabat territory, and it was all about this black diamond that Evan. Hey, how appropriate that we'd be having this discussion here. That Evan had here at this very location. Well, said diamond is in possession of one warden
What
over.
does Evan have to do with Shayna?
Evan possessed the black diamond that we confiscated, which Shayna then reconfiscated from us.
She looks confused.
You were there for that.
She looks confused.
You paid for a very expensive safe house in pursuit of said diamond. Do you recall a $20,000 check or something to that effect?
A check I put a cancellation on. What the hell was that? Oh, the hotel. Yes, the hotel. Yeah,
You're right, the whole
Right.
hotel ordeal. Yeah.
right.
Remember that little outing?
Sure. Okay. Sure.
Okay. Vincent leaping building to building like King Kong?
Oh, I remember the chase. Yes.
That part, yes. Well, the person we were chasing was in possession of a very important.
Allow this. Do a subterfuge and manipulation roll. Do a
What, manipulation, manipulation is
And
subterfuge.
subterfuge.
Okay. I got one success.
3.
Something, she's lying. None of this is ringing any bells for her. You can do the roll.
Well,
too.
wait. None of it's ringing any bells, or
Yeah, her spending the check, her even the leaping through the air.
So the perception,
Jessica, what's
perception of what?
Perception and empathy.
Empathy. Okay.
what are you saying exactly?
What do you mean?
Lot on my mind.
Is there?
And stay out of it.
I was gonna say uniquely situated to be able to figure out. What?
One success.
No, she's here like, well, I mean, whatever. Lots has happened already. So.
So, anyway, this Shayna.
I will
Let's
resist.
hold off until Rusty gets back. I want to have him roll too.
Oh, okay.
Need you to roll a perception and empathy roll, difficulty 6, on
Oh, and
Raven's character, Jessica.
speaking of running around, my little meeting with Prince. First off, Drake was no longer there, and I got a very big impression from the Prince that he's planning to move against possibly the Camarilla, or at least even the
Oh.
Jessica's lying.
Primogens
Sure.
that
She's being evasive. She doesn't know
Bring it.
what she's talking
We'll
about.
talk about that now, but Jessica.
This is a good topic.
Yeah,
No, this is
it's a great
important
topic.
because I know at least 2 Primogen that are against him. That's the Gangrel and the Venturi. So
Ignoring
this is
her.
very
I'm gonna look at Vincent. Vincent, are you seeing what I'm seeing?
Why are you lying?
line.
There might have been a moment of time when you thought I was with you and I wasn't. I can't really go into detail.
You really should.
weren't with us?
I was with the Setites a little longer than you thought.
Then who was with us, and you wanna explain that?
I never got her name.
She must have been very talented at obfuscate.
She was. It was rather uncanny, but we had a very long discussion ahead of us, yet I still had obligations to. So, and then we did a switch in the van. I was there at the battle when we captured Shayna.
So you let someone outside of our coterie in.
It wasn't exactly my idea.
Whose idea was it?
It was made without my knowledge.
Whose idea was it?
And you decided that it was okay not to tell us until now? That somebody who knows our business?
They didn't really get a lot of information, hopefully, because they were just there for like a short time.
Word is
Again,
racking his brain to try and think of what he
whose
might have
idea
said.
was it?
Yeah, what during that time period, what might have been said and how much they might know. You're pretty sure.
I definitely wrote it all down. I just want to
Yeah.
let you know.
Figured you did.
So did I, actually. They went with you to the hotel, and that's about it.
Well, the whole conversation that we had with Shayna was just between me and Steve.
Yep.
It's true.
Yes.
But then the aftermath.
And then I caught up with you with Tattle, and that person
So
was more.
they wouldn't have heard us talking about.
No, because she wasn't with you in the room.
Yeah, I didn't think so.
Right.
Yeah, we weren't with you in the room either, so we didn't catch up on that. So
So
there's
they wouldn't know who actually has the diamond, right now.
well, I don't know that we discussed a whole lot about what we were there for. We had already had that discussion. Well, either way, the diamond that you apparently were present for some of the conversations about, the diamond that Evan had, the Chantry's located it. I need to go get it. We're going to be meeting up with Timothy, Cade, potentially others, The sheriff's been alerted about our activities. It's in the Maryland side, and it has ties back to the Nosferatu as well. In that one of the buyers at the auction house that we were alerted to is possibly involved. The warden, somebody over at this correctional or this detention center.
So if we do what the sheriff asks us to do, we're actually doing both then. It's at the same place.
Potentially, I think we could kill birds with stones.
We'll have to because we've got a lot to do.
Yeah. Well, this to me takes priority. One, the Chantry has demanded it of me, and two, this diamond is far more dangerous than a couple of missing Nosferatu. So.
If it has anything to do with Evan, I would imagine so.
Evan, entities beyond this realm, been worse.
I don't know if your Chantry is the best one to really have the diamond. I kind of get the idea that they are more aligned with the prince than you really are.
I doubt that, but more to the point, the interest in the diamond, in my interest in the diamond, is getting it off the streets, so to speak. You don't want the Sabbat to have it.
No, we certainly don't want it to find its way to Megadon either.
No, which is why it's best suited with us.
But you don't know for sure where your primogen stands in regards to the prince.
I could make assumptions. I mean, I don't know. No. I know, the Chantry is loyal to the Chantry first and to the prince of any given city second, if that helps. We're good like that. And if it makes you feel any better, I know the Primogen himself was at Madame Cymbeline's party, so we've got ties everywhere. Serving punch and everything.
That makes me feel so much better.
Says the girl who wasn't there.
Yeah,
Whose idea was it? He yells it.
The
Screaming.
seconds, okay? They sent her without my permission.
Yeah, wait a minute. When did I end up being interrogated here? That's right. I'm not the one who's lied to the coterie.
I didn't lie.
The lie of
I just
omission is still a
admitted
lie.
it. Oh, it is not.
As a talented liar myself, it absolutely is.
Liar myself.
It is an omission.
If you're with us, then you're with us. If you're not, leave.
It was 2 hours at most.
Or stay, because
Not
we're
the
leaving. Can we
point.
get in the car at least and have this conversation? You're not going to actually do anything aggressive here, right? We can get in the car.
But I'll throw the body up on top of the cage.
Drip,
And then he'll turn around and walk towards the car.
drip. Vincent, we're going to have to do something with this at some point. Could we at least... Oh, God. Oh.
Vincent's still
You
soaking.
had to make it messy.
I promised him I'd make it hurt. And then Ringo stole my fucking kill.
Did you promise
He's
him...
sulking.
Did you promise
He
him
is
it
a
would
kill
not be
stealer.
a masquerade breach if somebody stumbles in here and finds a body whose arms have been ripped off of it by clawed animals, at best?
Then find an axe and make it a nice clean cut. They'll think it's a gangland killing.
You guys are getting disgusting.
Shut up, kill stealer.
At least I don't have monster in my resume.
Yeah, you guys all.
I made my
go into
save.
the two
I didn't lose
vehicles.
no
So who's
humanity.
going with Vincent?
I'm headed to the car.
I guess I'll do my best to hide the body behind some, just some boxes or something. I don't know, throw something over it. A blanket from the car, if you've got like a service, some kind of, whatever.
You're the one
Whatever
who
we
wanted to
got.
dismember him. You deal with it.
I did. I left him right there. Let's go.
God, you know what? Can I light this building on fire too?
Not really.
It's becoming a pattern.
It's steel and concrete.
There's a lot of death around this building. Ugh.
Well, you know what? Fuck it. They didn't find a serial killer here. Well, they're not going to find a body here in one evening. We are coming back to get this damn thing. And it better be here, Aaron, out of character, when we get back.
High or low?
I'll take high, thank you. And you better roll high.
Low.
horrible.
Alright. So,
Alright,
you
well,
guys all leave
there,
and
yep.
file into the vehicles, and make your way. So, Malaeus did text you with the address, so once again, I can give it to you if you want. But, yeah.
We really should secure the information
You also
we have
did-
before we do this, though.
You all get a group text from, Ardog, who is asking for your status, the situation.
I'll ask him if he heard from the Chantry. Was he apprised of my assignment?
Says yes, very timely. Says we'll have you guys proceeding on to deal with this warden, and other strike group will go and extract the other two from that location.
Aren't the other two had to do with the warden, though, right?
One of the
Just the one?
and then
Okay.
There's two.
Yeah.
So there's 3 missing. 2 of them at another undisclosed location that they were finding out. They were like really close to getting the answer to, which apparently they have.
Okay.
And then there's the one that's missing, but
Okay.
because of the Chantry's involvement and interest, he's going to shift your group
To that one.
to that
I
one.
will respond to him. V made a mess like you asked, but we had to leave it in a hurry. So
Mess? Question mark. WTF in all caps. Question mark.
I make hurt.
Call me now.
I say I blame Vincent.
we'll call him. I will gleefully call him, laughing.
As
at
he
his-
laughs.
I'll put him on. I'll put,
Can't
put him
wait
on
till I
speaker
hear
pointing
say
at
this.
Vincent.
God damn it!
You just, it's a, so you put him on speaker.
Hey Reggie.
He picks up. And then there's a long pause. What fucking happened?
It hurt like you wanted it to, I think.
Trey is taken care of.
Did Vincent fuck his mother? What are you talking about? What are you little boxcar full of crackers trying to tell me here?
He ripped his damn arms off.
Holy shit.
After he was dead, at least.
Why are you calling me about this? Wait, what do you mean it's just left there? Where?
I wasn't gonna drive around with arms
It's just
in,
not in
the
front of the
car.
White House, is it?
No, it's the warehouse, the Evan warehouse.
The Tenor White House.
Yeah.
You just left him there? Man, what the fuck is wrong with y'all? Are y'all just out to piss today? You're like, what can we do to piss off our dog?
We do think that sometimes, yes.
Fuck. Apparently.
Well, we couldn't take it with us, is why.
Couldn't drive around with arms just hanging out of the back of the
Alright.
SUV.
I'll send a cleaning crew to go and take care of it.
Bring extra bags. Lots of bleach.
Where are they? At least are the body parts together?
Yes. Unless they rolled away. Yes.
Good gracious.
Make sure they have a strong
These
stomach.
motherfuckers. How was the other event?
Highly
Successful.
successful.
We've got everything you're looking for and more. More than make
Really?
up for any extra bills on the cleaning crew.
Unfortunately,
All right.
right now we have it on us. This is a problem. We
Yeah,
need to
actually,
secure it.
I love the Tremere and all, but fuck your people, man. Y'all better get here on the double. Drop off that stuff first, then go and deal with your shit.
Yes.
You good, Ward?
I'm good.
You follow me?
I'm good. Yep. We can
Alright.
we can do both.
All right. I'll see you in a couple minutes. Fucking, of course, Vincent. He said, and then he cleans up.
Ringo, why don't you finish what you were saying about
This fucking guy's gonna kill me.
1, 2, 3.
whatever shit we're into now?
I don't know
Saying a
why
few
he's
words.
upset.
He's
I don't know why
lowering
he's so upset. He
lowering
told
the
you to do
blinders.
what you did.
I don't know. Maybe he thought we would bring a hefty bag for the parts.
Well, so as I was saying about the prince,
Yes.
he hinted that he was planning to make his move very soon, and it's as if the actual Camarilla really is only an afterthought to him, and that he's going to make a move against any of the clans that do not side with him. And I believe Megadon and all the developments that they are doing play a very big part in this.
Man, that's at least our two clans.
I love how you so conveniently assume that your two clans are so.
I spoke with both Primogens, enough to know.
Well,
what
here's
their
the thing,
loyalties
you know,
lie.
the Tremere, that attack that got what's his face with the seal on him was staged. That body, the werewolf body, had been dead for well over a week. Not the couple days that they were saying.
It doesn't shock me. I mean, if I had a werewolf body, I'd be experimenting on it too.
Except they were saying it was from the attack.
Well, convenient cover, I'm sure, but I still don't see that having a spare werewolf laying around indicates that they are somehow sided with the prince. Point being, I've seen nothing personally in any of my dealings that indicates that I should be concerned, but I've also not seen anything that indicates to me that I should blindly trust a Ventru who doesn't tell us where she's at, apparently, or her clan, if they're all that devious. You know, I mean, and the prince did just name a Brujah to sheriff. Should I trust the Brujah now? Because the prince sure does.
Well, I can at least trust the sheriff.
Well, I could trust the sheriff, but why does the prince trust the sheriff so well? And, are the rest of the Brujah on that side? And there's nothing to say that, I mean, as we sit here talking about the prince and overthrowing, I assume that's what we're having a conversation about here, so that he needs to go down. As we sit here and talk about our higher up, what's to say that just because your Primogen supports the prince that the rest of your clan does? A Primogen is not an entire clan.
No, but if he makes a power move, it would be against the Primogens.
Well, are you so sure that the rest of the Ventru feel the same way as you do?
No,
Or as the Primogen
of course.
does?
I know Heinrich does, but that's all I can vouch for.
I'd be worried that Sabrina might not be on our side even. She's as much for the Sabbat War as anybody, and so are the Nosferatu, so.
No, I wouldn't necessarily trust this Toreador on this.
Yeah.
Their loyalties may well be with the prince, but we don't know. I only know that the Primogen, I'm 98% certain that the Primogens of both the Gangrel and both Thomas and Marshall are not happy with the prince and his dealings.
Well, they're all snakes as far as I'm concerned. As long as we don't get bit by any of them, I'll be happy. In the meantime, we're almost here.
Yep.
We have,
It's about 5 minutes out.
yep,
So 5 minutes basically goes by. You guys pull up in front of the PCPD building. Pull into your usual spot. In through the doors.
you can at least trust me, and I can't speak for Vincent, but you can at least trust me not to mention, I assume our dog doesn't know about your disappearance either.
No, nobody except this coterie knows anything about the Setites and my connection to them at all.
Despite your lack of faith in us.
It wasn't lack of faith. It was a contract, you might say, I had to enter into,
Well,
as to not say anything. Even saying this much, it can put your lives in danger.
I'm gonna have you do manipulation and subterfuge roll as well. You guys can do.
And her nurse not really lying in that one
No,
though.
I know. So I'm like, you can do charisma if you want instead of manipulation.
Charisma's probably better because she's,
But you are definitely, there is a nuance that's important.
2.
Perception, what?
I see right through you.
How many? 3, so 1 extra. Perception and empathy.
Don't make me read your aura.
She does say that, but there is like a tint of fear with that.
Yeah.
Like legit fear. She's trying to put on a good face and trying to make it look like she kind of controlled the situation in some way. You don't get this feeling that the reality was that she controlled anything.
Is it difficulty 6?
Like anything in that situation.
Yeah, it's contested, so
yeah.
it's 6 on 6.
Yep. So
You got
you get the same
I got
feeling
3 as
from
well.
her. So all 3 of you kind of are, you're all big working.
Yeah.
all looking at Jessica, you guys all get the feeling like there is a bit of like,
She's picking her words carefully.
very carefully, and there's fear behind them as to why she's picking them carefully.
Are you telling me that they can somehow know if you've told somebody?
I would not put them past them. I would not put it past them to be able to keep tabs from time to time, although I don't think they're looking as closely as they once were. Look, the point is my concern for this coterie and its well-being is above everything. And what I'm doing and what I'm saying, I'm just protecting you as well as myself. These are not people you want to mess with.
That's true.
I'll be the judge of who I want to mess
She does
with.
legitimately fear them, and you're pretty sure there's some sort of
And also a little
trauma involved in that.
Also a little tinge of almost respect, I gotta say.
Yeah, you know, it's
Just a
fair.
little respect towards myself.
I mean, yeah, respect via fear, but
Yeah.
respect nonetheless. I mean,
Worked for Hitler.
yeah, holy shit. That's evil as hell. But wow.
Okay, so in summary, the prince is going to war against everybody. The Setites are something that we should probably all be terrified of for the moment.
They can also be useful.
Oh yes,
right?
Ringo. I don't know if you heard, but I do have a childer of sorts. She's got wings. Did we not talk about that? Sorry, Vincent.
You have a what?
Speaking of
I
birds,
told her
like,
down. I was there.
Right? Yeah, I know. Did we not mention that?
telling us?
Guess not.
It slipped my mind.
It seems that each of us is holding something back.
Oh no, Vincent knew this one. It wasn't a secret. It just slipped my mind in all the other shenanigans we got up to.
You have a child and it slipped your mind?
Well, I was busy helping Ringo make his. Lots happened since
We knew
then.
about her.
Well, yeah. Well, that happened after I made mine, and it was.
The bottom line, she's going to be legitimate now.
The point is, I was too excited
That's
about making a werewolf children. Or,
You didn't
I'm sorry,
make one.
observing.
oh.
Way too excited about that whole thing.
Another one.
No.
We're just making them all now.
It's a
Run
thing.
into a werewolf, you make the children. Another one. There you go. I don't have an army.
We have a
You see,
pack.
it's like this. First, I had to see if it would work, and then I had to go do it myself. No. Yeah, long story short, we'll keep this short because we need to get inside. He's going to look out his window and
I
see
give
our
her-
asses
I
and
give her a
stars.
pretty withering.
He's just
You
looking.
guys are like arguing.
I give Lauren a pretty withering look.
No, I did her a favor. I think even you would approve of this one, maybe.
I don't.
What can I say? She was a savant, and now she's living a brand new life. Whole clean slate and everything.
We're talking about two different people.
No,
Okay. So you guys are gonna exit the vehicles because there's two of them.
Yes.
That's exactly what Vincent says. He looks over at Ringo. Yeah, his has wings.
yeah, mine has wings.
And I'll get out. Boy, you're gonna get beat up by Vincent, aren't you?
You know, the finale is actually you guys fighting, so it's working perfectly. My master plan.
Me and my children just fly away, because that sounds like a...
All right. Please
But
lift
this
me up.
is how you know a coterie has become a family when you start bickering.
To that degree.
We left Riley back at
Steve's.
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 Yep.
Alright.
She's chilling.
Because
with
she's
Steve.
really can't be shown until.
And then
She's
your
legit.
children is back at the chantry,
Yeah.
learning how to be a gargoyle.
Yeah.
Actually,
Alright.
under Zion Vine.
Yeah, so she's totally cool. She's got babysitters for the moment.
This is how you become a gargoyle.
She and I are going to be having lessons in obfuscate, by the way.
I didn't say it was hard.
I tried to teach her how to fly.
It takes a long time.
The thing is I did try to teach her how to fly at one point, but I just was like, okay, you just start floating. You think about it, and then you move yourself, and you impose your will upon the world around you, and it moves, right? No?
That's how you raise a bat or something.
She jumped off the chantry, and she just fell straight down. It didn't work. So she had to use the whole wings and thing. I don't know.
It made a gargoyle imprint.
Yeah.
Straight
So
up
it's
Looney Tunes
a
stuff.
whole different process of flying, I think. I'm not sure. So I figured she better learn from the other gargoyles how to do that part at least. I got tired of her making Wile E. Coyote imprints in the lawn.
The chantry was also kind of tired of that too.
Yeah, will you please tell it to stop jumping?
Nobody else can see, but they can see these person
Yeah,
It's
the,
ruining the lawn.
radially arranged around them.
the groundscaper got tired of her landing in his
Empty
rose
space.
bushes.
You know how hard it is to find vampiric landscapers?
Right?
Ones that'll keep their mouth shut. All right. So no, you guys all walk upstairs, and you can hear the telltale yelling coming from the back corner. And as you guys approach, you see like a sergeant coming out, and he just has his his field gear on, and kind of looks at you guys and kind of nods. He's like, "He's in a particular mood today," as he's walking by.
But isn't he?
Right.
He only has the one.
I stare at Vincent at that.
And you just see, as you guys are kind of having that fun and like looking, you look back and you just see our dog like this, standing behind his glass door, and then he just turns around, walks back, and takes a seat as you guys all enter.
It'd be fucked up to hear like other cops that don't even know walking out. Who the fuck is this Vincent guy? Why does he keep pissing Reggie off?
Let's find him and soap him up and beat his ass with bars of soap or something. God, I've seen that in a movie somewhere. All right, so yeah, you guys all go in, and he's sitting there, and he just throws his feet up on the desk very loudly and angrily as he just focusing his eyes on Vincent.
We have stuff to make you happy.
Yeah. Forget all about that. You won't even care in a minute. Here, hold on. Take the laptop out. Now I'm gonna hand him a thumb drive with the date on it, but I'm gonna flip the laptop around just to show him, a little preview of what's on it. The first thing I want to show him.
He's like this, and then you hear him
Oh, yeah, it's
touch
not-
the thing, and then he lowers. Hold on, shut your bitch ass mouth. Says.
Whoa, 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 whoa.
And he does all the stuff, clears the room. Then he takes a look at it.
I will pull up the first thing I'll have on my screen when I flip it around to face him will be the prince doing
There's
his
a lot
little.
of a lot of fucks and stringing of stuff, and he just you would think he would be happy, but he's actually he gets almost paranoid as he's looking around the room, and he presses the button again. He's looking around, and he is he's like, this is deep.
Just watch out when you walk outside, not under. Walk under awnings is all I'm saying.
Yeah, right. I mean, look at that. He goes up and he does the video that shows again the prince when he did it. The end of the last one where he calls down the pillar of light.
There
and
may
he
be
flies.
some urgency, according to what Ringo found out.
Urgency?
Yeah, I think Prince is going to be moving really soon against those who do not support him.
What's that based off of?
When I went and talked with him about getting a childer,
What did he say?
he said specifically, those who are loyal are gonna. I'm trying to remember the thing. Trying to remember the conversation.
This is going to be very important because I know your mind's like a little hamster that's going around and probably been dead for about 10 years and rolling around. Regardless,
Well,
it's not.
the basic-
It's incredibly important that you remember the answer to this one question. Did he say anything about turning his attention to those within the ivory tower? Or, before your bitch ass mouth starts flapping, I know you want to, don't do it. Or is he talking about the Sabbat movements and going aggressive against the Sabbat? Do you know that answer? Go.
he said specifically to go against his enemies, and for the glory of himself, and as kind of an afterthought, he said Camarilla. Very ambiguous, yes, but
We've been very discreet and very careful about what we talk about. All of us. Well, let's get this part done. let's rescue the Nosferatu, get them on our side, more so than they already are. Kind of a wild card in all this, frankly. And then we may have to move fast on that front. Let's hope for tonight he's talking about the spot. Because he refers to them as his enemy.
He refers to them as our enemy. In this, he said his enemies.
His enemies.
We're not ready. We're not ready.
Well, let's go rescue some
Yeah.
Nosferatus.
Y'all figure that out. I'll see if I can turn this around and get these to the Archon.
Jonathan Drake was also not there.
Yeah, he has a system now where I believe he's keeping him in the lower parts of the building, parts of the week, filling him up with the blood, letting it stew a week, and then draining him again. Stockpiling blood of his generation. Something like that. Trying to figure more out, but that's low priority, frankly. We'll figure that shit out when that comes.
And may have some connection to something in that information, who knows?
As far as I can tell, I've heard a couple of people that have been rewarded with that blood. And they say it's extremely potent, which is not surprising because I've tasted it myself. It's incredibly potent. Probably 6th gen. It's a very valuable gift. But he's trying to milk it.
It's an interesting tactic. You feeling particularly chummy towards Drake now?
Fuck you, Ward. Get out of my office. Go save those Nosferatu and let's keep doing.
No, it's a scientific question.
Are you doing your mind reading on him?
No,
Can't
no,
say
no.
Shit.
No. He looks him dead in the eye and says,
Then give
does it have any side effects? Because one would think if he's passing blood through an elder and then handing that blood out, it should create the blood bond.
Should. Yeah, go ahead and give me a perception and perception and empathy, sorry.
I got nothing.
Okay.
Don't worry about it, Ward just doesn't want to feel alone.
I'm just surprised the prince would risk something like that unless he has a way of distilling the blood to remove its, connection to the vampire it came from.
Nah, but it's only one feeding. If you don't know where it's coming from.
I guess if you don't have direct contact with him, it probably doesn't have the same level of...
It has the same level, but you have no idea. You just...
Yeah, hard to be drawn to
It's like
somebody...
You're missing a best friend, but you don't know who the best... you feel like they're around, but you have no idea where they are, who they are.
Yeah, part of the bond is reinforced by contact, so that makes sense. Probably worth the risk. Okay, well, we got a job to do.
Yes.
You can understand my curiosity because that's an interesting tactic of his.
Yes, but as you're pointing out,
Risky.
he has to be very controlled on how he gives it out.
Right, it'd be a shame if he accidentally let somebody who had one or two of those drinks bump into or be there at the prisoner change or anything like that, because...
They have to be consecutive days.
Yeah.
So you would be level 1, presumably, unless he's dumb enough, which he's not, to have someone feed multiple days in a row. But you can give a crap load of blood as a gift and then force them to imbibe immediately.
Yeah, I imagine he still has to
Which is
be
what he's
careful
doing.
about who he has as his guards or whatever, because he wouldn't want them in the same room if
As
they
far as
had
I
a drink.
know, my sources tell me that Daryl Smith is the one that that he was giving it to, and that was talking about it. So if you guys will recall, that's this
Scourge, yeah.
rather nasty Nosferatu, who takes the lead in hunting down
Okay.
14th and 15th gen.
Mm-hmm.
Just another little thing that we were thinking about getting ourselves mixed up in.
Just thinking about it.
Just thinking, no.
Well, yeah, I
movement
mean-
towards that, smuggling people and rescuing people horrible fate.
Oh, I meant we already got ourselves knee deep in that. I figured we'd get ourselves neck deep at some point and track down their progenitors
Oh, gosh, yes.
at some point, maybe. But, okay.
No, he's just looking at it and seems dumbfounded, and it's almost like he has this hot potato. He's trying to figure out what to do with it, to be honest. But you see immediately he's going out and pulling out every thumb drive he has, and he's loading them all up.
Just maybe don't put this on your work computer.
No.
You took the cyber safety course this month, I'm sure, for the department.
Every year. All right. With that, he says, so of course,
Yeah.
you guys roll in. We'll take the other extraction, and we'll be, just let me know how things are going. Let me know once you engage. If you need backup, do not press this.
If you need backup, don't fucking call me.
No, fall back. We need you guys alive. You gotta keep unalive.
Unalive. Still moving. Ambulatory.
Yes. We need you guys.
We'll get it done.
All right. One day maybe Ward people will tell me what this is all about. 'Cause I know it ain't over a single fucking Nosferatu, that's for sure. But Malaya seems like a upfront person that we can trust. Anything else?
Oh, I think we've covered it.
All right. Good luck.
All right, sweetie.
Says in a very somber, like not mad. Didn't
Yeah.
yell you guys out of the office or make fun
Yeah.
of you. He's very quiet, and you guys exit. All right. No Sabrina this time. Just people kind of working the night shift, and about only a tenth of the computers are taken with somebody clearly generating reports. All the others apparently are either out or in a different part of the building. You guys exit to go to your respective vehicles, and as I said, Malaeus has texted you Ward the address, which you have. And is there anything else you guys would like to do?
No, I'm gonna be spending blood on my way there to raise some physical stats, but that's about it.
Okay.
Cause I don't, a little bit, not too much, I don't have much,
Well, pretty
Our
good.
dog, for his part, also texts you guys the address, but to the group, which will include Steve.
She touched my Pepe, Steve.
What's the what was the address again?
It is stand by. 6905
Okay.
Crane Highway, not Kane.
aw.
Crane Highway. Crain. And it's La Plata.
So
LA
much
space
cooler when it's
PLATA,
Kane.
Maryland. And it's Charles County Detention Center.
Yeah, on the way there, I'll just raise the strength, dex, and stam all by one, that's about all we can afford to do,
Okay.
while
You
still
guys
having
got
some
tea,
blood
do anything
left.
else on your way? Make any phone calls?
I would love to hunt.
Mine's too specialized.
I would love to hunt.
You'd love to hunt?
I would love
Do
to.
that? Alright, so let's think about what the time is though of the day. Alright, so you guys did your thing, you did your hacking, then you drove, you did the issue with him, and with Trey, and then worked with our dog. I'm gonna say it was, it's probably maybe 1 a.m. right now.
If you're gonna hunt, I might as well stop at a lounge and quick, I might try to find something,
Okay,
if I can do it quick.
you can.
Do a quick
It's
snack?
all the same, if you guys are gonna do it in DC. You can, there's a number of places that you can go and look for it. It just raises, I'm gonna have it raise your difficulty by 1.
Okay.
So
Let's
difficulty
go.
7.
Cause we're on a timeline, deadline. Oh, well, so I got one, yay.
We're doing this depending upon where we're at, right? So like,
Well, you can do it however you want. In this case, you're just gonna be in kinda downtown DC, if you will.
okay.
And so you can sort of hunt and do one of the 3 ways.
No, just
Okay. Spending an hour.
Hell yeah. I got 3 back. Okay.
How many?
I got 3.
Okay, cool.
So that's too bad.
I got 3 as well. Yeah, 3. Well, it would have been 4, but I got a 1.
Is dex survival for chasing down?
It's stamina and survival,
Stamina
right?
survival.
Mm-hmm. Oh, stamina athletics.
Athletics.
Athletics?
That's right. That's
Mhm.
right. Stamina athletics.
Yep.
One, two, three, 4.
Alright, you get 4 back.
Okay, cool.
Wits and streetwise, appearance and subterfuge, or stamina and athletics.
Yeah, one of the 3 main ways of hunting. Alright. So you guys do that hour, and you guys get that blood back, and you guys are gonna head into Maryland territory.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, so you guys cross over the boundary and continue on your way. So, pull it up here.
While not knowing what we're getting into, while we're doing that, I am gonna, on the way, go ahead and raise my generation, or lower my generation, for a number of hours. Cost me 1 blood, and I get,
You can do that.
I can, well,
Blood magic's pretty fucking ridiculous.
it's
Yeah.
temporary.
Doesn't matter.
Let's see.
I could spend 6 blood this turn. What the fuck?
1, 2, 3, 4 successes. That's not a ton, but it's not bad. How long do we think we're gonna be there?
Well, we know we got to be back by like 6 or 7. So 5 hours tops.
I get 1 step for 1 hour for this, and I've got 3 more to spend that I can either bump the number of hours or the number of steps. But
I think I'd bump the hours to at least 3. How many do you have?
got 3 more to spend, so I think I'm gonna, being an 8th, I'll bump it to a 7th, would make me be able to spend 4 a turn. 6. I'll go down 2 hours. Go down to 6th.
Yeah.
So
That sounds fair.
6th, 4, 2 hours. There we go. It's a small edge. It doesn't make up for the fact that, as I found the very first time I used it, it does not make up for the fact that I have no training in brawl. So just because I pump my strength and my dexterity a ton does not make up for the lack of training in certain areas. Like, I'm not going to grapple super well. And I got to make sure to pump both. So.
Oh, that hit really hard. Oh, damn.
Well, the first time I did it, I pumped my strength and dex quite a bit, but I didn't have enough to go crazy on both.
Right.
And because I had no brawl to back it up, it didn't give me as much mileage as I was hoping at the time.
Right.
So, lesson learned.
Okay. So yeah, you guys pull onto Crane Highway, and you guys are heading. Let's see here. Yeah, the 301. So you guys go across the. Let's see here. James Madison Parkway over the Potomac River and into Maryland. You guys head north until you get to La Plata, and it's actually kind of in the southern part, southwestern part of La Plata. And you see signs for the sheriff's county, the Charles County Sheriff's Office. So you guys are able to take the exit off of that, and so now it's probably about 2:30 a.m. And as you guys are coming around, you do indeed see a very large building. Most of the lights are actually off. All of them are off, aside from the street lights. And in order to get to the Charles County Detention Center, center, you actually have to go through like kind of the parking area of the sheriff's county office. But ahead of you looks almost like a police barricade of sorts. So as you guys are coming up, let's see here. What are you in? You're in the
The SUV.
and your little car.
Oh, that's so cute.
Who's the car?
That's the Corolla.
Oh my gosh.
Have it. And then this is actually a police car. So this is kind of what I'm talking about here. So you guys are coming this way. Probably like this. And you guys see what looks to be 3 police officers. So it looks like one guy is standing there, a guy there, another guy there. These 2 have shotguns. Stop playing with the toys.
I didn't know it was a wind-up toy. Sorry.
Stop playing with it.
Come on, I haven't been able to play with cars.
So
since I
who
was a
is
kid.
where? Who is in what vehicle then?
I'm in the SUV.
Oh yeah, I didn't even know we brought the Corolla.
So are we not bringing the Corolla then? I don't care. You guys have to decide now.
It's not bullet.
You guys, you're leaving it because
Run
you
a- run
took a
a-
separate
we're-
vehicle
I
to.
wouldn't
Yeah, I
have
took
the
my
Corolla.
vehicle,
Yeah, which is what?
which is a Lincoln Navigator, so it's an
Yeah.
SUV of sorts as well.
Okay.
I assume we are only. I'm only concerned being in the bulletproof vehicle. You could be in whatever you want.
There you go.
I figured we would just go ahead and take the plates off too, or something,
Yeah, that'll work.
because we are driving into.
Looks exactly like my Lightning.
All right.
Nice.
You have a Lightning?
Yeah. I only got 32,000 miles on my Lightning.
That's not
nice.
And you see, like, they're standing there, and as you're coming up, you can kind of see their hats as they're looking at you, approaching. And you see the guy with the hat. He puts kind of his hand up, and he has his hand towards his sidearm, and he takes 2 steps towards you guys and motions for you guys to stop.
Who's driving?
That's me in my rig.
Put your characters near where you are and kind of in
I'll be
generally,
driving.
like what side. Okay.
Oh, you're gonna be in the back? Fine, I'll be in the passenger, and that's you.
I've had bad experiences being in the front of vehicles, getting shot through windshields. I mean, I know this one's bulletproof. Hey, well, you know, for all I know, are we bulletproof against like a 50 cal sniper rifle, like on a rooftop somewhere or something? Like, who knows what
For
they're
the
gonna...
money I paid, we better damn well be.
I'm just saying. Yeah, like I don't know what Pentex might bring to bear if they get involved with whatever.
You don't want to know what they're gonna bring.
Right, we've made enemies with people who have good armament, so
You don't
I'll sit in
know
the
what
back.
they're gonna bring.
I've got a bulletproof window and a ring guard between me and.
So yeah, you guys, you stop.
Yeah, I'll stop.
Okay. And then the guy in the hat, go ahead and have him walk around.
There's
Towards,
3 guys in
I'm
hats.
sorry, the guy with this that looks like that guy. The other guys are gonna kind of stay where they're at, and they stay, and he's gonna walk towards the driver's side actually. And he has his hand up, and he just walks over. Give me all empathy and perception rolls. Difficulty will be 8.
One success.
One.
Shit, 1. Man, if it was 6, I got 3.
Probably 5.
If I roll 3 ones but have a
Single success.
Okay.
Does not botch.
That's right.
1 success holds you in. Otherwise, it's a triple botch. That's fun.
That's not funny.
Like,
It's a little funny. No. So those of you that rolled the 1, so Cedar, you're just kind of like, oh shit, what the hell's going on here? I mean, you are approaching a detention center, but this is not normal. The others, something's weird about just the fact that how they move. guy that's moving is kind of walking towards you. The way they're standing there, like they've stood there and they're just standing there. The two cops that are staying by the cop car are not moving, and their heads are moving, and the only thing that's moving, and they're just like looking at you guys. And he has the same expression on his face as the other two have, and that's about all you get. So he walks up to you guys with this sort of blank look on his face.
As he approaches, can I scan the aura?
Yeah.
Okay, because I'm
Yeah.
definitely going to want to know what we're dealing with
Yes.
before he gets here. 3 successes.
3?
Yeah. Patterns, main color, and shade.
Okay.
Is he a kindred? And what's going on?
Let me just make sure I'm looking at this here really quick.
Sure.
So. So interestingly, the immediate thing that pops out to you is there appears to be 2 layers to his aura. There's an underlayer which appears to be dark blue. With streaks of green. The second layer, an outer layer to his aura, to all 3 of their auras actually, well you just did him, to his aura, looks like black shifting flames. You will not find that on that list, and you have never heard of that before.
Okay. I'll make some assumptions based on what we're here to get.
And he walks up to Ringel, and he goes, knocks on the window.
I roll it down.
Before, just as this is
As he's walking up.
as he's
Sure.
approaching, I scan him, and so before he gets there, I mean, I'm assuming I have just enough time to go, to say like, guys, this isn't right. I think these guys are. They look like they might, or this one coming up looks like he might be possessed. Tread carefully. Not kindred, but not normal. Black aura.
Any suggestions?
Assume that he's hostile and knock.
Yep.
I roll down the window.
He leans down, and for his part, as you're kind of looking at him, his uniform seems a little bit disheveled. And he kind of looks in and sees Jessica, and he looks in and sees if he can see. Go ahead and give me a reflexive stealth and dexterity roll. Difficulty for you will be 6, just because it's kind of dark.
We stealth and dexterity or stealth and wits?
I'll allow stealth and wits. That's fine.
Yeah, I'll kind of, as he looks in, I'll kind of try to hunker down, and if I avoid his notice, I'll activate Obfuscate. If he spots me, I can't do it, obviously, so, 3.
Okay. He does a quick little scan in the back and then looks back at you. What are you doing here? All of you give me perception and awareness rolls. Vincent, you can still make it, but you're not a part of this conversation. 3. You're pretty sure you hear the sound of gunfire towards the detention center.
4.
You are absolutely positive there's multiple gunshots that you just heard, and you hear what sounds like very, very, very distant and muffled screaming and yelling from a male.
I have 2.
You think you hear gunshots,
Okay.
but you're not sure, or maybe at least one.
Roll the window, go around them. Roll the window, go around them.
Is he leaning towards the window?
Yes. No emotion on his face. give me an awareness and perception roll, just you two. You're kind of keeping more or less hidden and away from his view. Your difficulty is 7, yours is 6.
2.
1.
2. Something's not right with his eyes. I'm pretty sure you see a little flicker of flame almost in his eye. And you're like, what?
Both of us see that, kind of?
Kind of.
Punch it, go around.
I hit the gas and I'm gonna gun it around.
Okay. Then let's give me a perception or a initiative checks.
And I'm
You
gonna-
see for that part, you see like the wheels peel and just starts going towards this little micro blockade here.
Good, because I'm actually at that exact moment. I am pulling my gun to shoot the officer in the face as he's presenting his target to us.
Oh, yes! That's I can possibly do, yay!
All right.
I don't know that I can go before you guys though.
No, you can't, but it'll be for future rounds.
Okay.
I imagine it's
You
like
kinda
just
just, like,
surprise
waiting.
round.
You know, or it's like a kind of like a held action.
Okay.
All right, so
Oof, not good.
let's see. Go ahead and start throwing out numbers.
9.
Sorry.
Oh, go ahead.
17.
17. Did anyone beat 17? 18.
I've got the best I could.
16.
Nice.
16. All right, so
The 2.
I got.
I usually roll 5 or below, so this is the first.
Did anyone not beat a 9?
I hit a 9 exactly.
What's your
7
modifier?
is my rating.
So you guys all go before. So then it's just about your initiative. So I think it's Jessica first. What did you get, Ringo?
16.
Okay. Then it goes Vincent, then Ringo, then Ward, and then police. All have the same initiative. All right. So for their part, the police look like they're gonna draw firearms on you. The 2 shotgun guys are gonna shoot out just at your vehicle. They're not particularly aiming. And then the police officer looks like he's gonna draw his sidearm and try and take a shot at Ringo. So that's what they're doing. So shooting. Ward, what is your declared action?
Well, I guess I'll feel the car start to move and go,
Yeah,
shit.
you hear the foot just depress on the gas.
Pedal the metal!
Screw it. I'm not worried about the masquerade with these guys. I'm pretty sure that they're possessed. I'm gonna go ahead and top off my blood on the way by. It's a 50-foot range, so as long as we don't get out of 50 feet.
Well, so are you gonna? You have to roll down the window to do that, right? I mean, otherwise you have an intervening.
I assume that I've got the. I mean,
No, it has to be a direct line.
You
I-
paint the side of the car and
okay.
blow
I mean, it's an automatic window. You're gonna half my dice pull me for that?
Nope.
Okay, I was just
wanna
wondering.
know if they see you.
Okay, yes, absolutely. Well, yeah, that one's gonna be a. They'll have a clear shot on that one.
Yeah.
No bulletproof window. I just wanted to make sure because that
There you
might
go.
change my
What's your
evaluation.
I am gonna, of course, drive. Yes.
Full drive.
Yep, full drive.
Okay. Vincent,
We
what is
try
your
and
declared
pass in
action?
front, maybe take out that
You
guy.
see them start to, like I said, the wheels start to peel and they're going. But you have the.
But these guys are But you said they're pulling guns, right?
They already have. These 2 have shotguns. He has a sidearm.
Well, how are the mechanics gonna work? Step on the gas as well, but I'm gonna pull my 45 out and
So
take
it's
aim
a
on that guy.
Split between
Not
drive,
aim, but
Split between a drive action and a shoot action.
okay.
So you take the lowest of the dice pool and
Right.
then split those between those 2 actions. I see.
Okay.
Unless you want to spend for celerity.
I think I will spend 1 for celerity.
Okay.
Yep.
What is that? What is everybody's blood at?
So I got.
Let's go around there. So Vincent's.
So I took that 1 after hunting and taking that 1 point. I'm down 3 as of right now.
So what's your total at?
So my total right now is 12.
Okay.
Is what I have.
Okay.
I'm at full right now.
So Ringo, what is that?
13.
Okay. Jessica.
Mine's 7. I don't think I'll be doing Event 2 anymore. They're very difficult.
Do I have any right now? 14.
14. That's everybody has done expenditures, everybody's done all that, it includes everything else, and all the, okay. Vincent, so you're gonna drive/shoot?
Yep.
But you're spending for celerity.
I am spending one, and that's what brought me down to 12. Yeah.
Okay, are you shooting as a part of your celerity? I guess you don't have to decide, so we'll do that. Alright, and then Jessica, it is your turn.
I am
actually
going to, without interfering with his drive, just kind of quickly reach over and zzz his window up,
Okay,
because he's busy driving. And basically, it's more of sort of role play. I'm just going to bring actually the shadows around me, just make sure that
so
they're.
you're gonna activate shadow play?
Yes, no, just the first level, the
Okay.
first one where the shadows are around me.
Sure.
Because I don't really have the time. I don't think I could aim at them right now.
We gotta watch. We gotta watch our wording because aiming is an actual thing, and
Yeah,
it
I
takes
know.
one full round.
She probably wouldn't think to try it on them right
Full
now
shot.
because this is happening so
Yeah,
fast.
shadow play is level 1, okay.
So yes, just the level 1 where she brings it around herself, so it's
Okay,
out and available.
got it. Alright, so you do that, go ahead and, you need to roll out.
No, I'm just zzz up the window so he doesn't get shot through the head.
Would have been a good time to tenebration orb him too.
I don't know.
Okay. So that's yours. Vincent, your first action.
It just occurred to me when you said you were doing shadow play. Otherwise, I would have shouted something about it too.
It can be split if you still,
Like, I
are
think
you
of it
still
either.
gonna drive and shoot? Or
Yeah,
you
but
just do a full drive and then.
But
a
I
full
can't drive unless because they're right in front of me, right? So
Yeah.
I thought he wasn't acting until next round anyway.
No, he's acting. He's on 17. He's on 16. He has to. He
You
can't
can wait.
drive.
so
until
I
he
can't.
does.
Okay.
This round until he goes.
Well, I guess my question is, can I do my shoot now? And can I drive on my celerity, or do I have to do it the other way around?
No, you can do it. You can shoot and you can even split it this round. It's probably better to do it now because you can split if you want to split.
Yeah, I think I'll do that.
Up to you.
So I feel like I can't see that guy, but I can see this guy. So I'm wondering if 2 shots, one here, one here,
Okay. Go for
to
it.
try to take those two dudes out.
And you're doing it while you're driving by, so it's fine. Go ahead. They don't have cover or nothing.
Okay. So Dex
And they're also not
firearms.
dodging.
So it's 5. So 8, 9. So 5 and 4.
Okay,
Is
so
what-
Vincent, you just spend 1 blood point for your celerity?
I did spend 1. Yep.
Okay.
5 and 4. Let's just do it this way. So first shot on him.
Okay.
2.
Alright, plus 1 damage.
Okay.
And you're
And-
shooting that guy in the front? Okay,
Yep.
so he just has 2 soak.
So
So-
ACP is, what is the damage on this guy?
What is it considered?
It is considered a heavy.
Automatic?
Yeah.
Alright, so semi-automatic, heavy pistol is 5 damage.
Okay.
So yours is gonna do 6.
So 5, so
Yep,
6.
and he soaked 1.
1, 2, 3, 3.
3, so 2 damage.
Yep.
Okay.
So and then next shot on him, and that's gonna be 4 dice. 3. 7, 6, 8, or 8, 7, 6. However you want to look at that.
How much was it?
So that's 3 to hit. 3 to hit.
And that's the guy in the back, right?
This guy. Yep.
Okay. So let's see here. 1, 2. So plus 2 damage.
5,
So body
6,
armor, but
7.
he's not so clean. And that is gonna die.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Okay. You shoot him. His face, neither of their faces wince or do anything, as if they are not affected whatsoever.
Okay. Kind of
You
like.
still shoot him and you see blood,
Okay.
but their faces do not contort. They don't wince. They do nothing. They have no emotional reaction to you shooting.
Okay. So, Well, I didn't hear and I didn't see what he saw. So,
Right.
okay,
So, but this part looks a little weird to you.
right. They made no
You're like,
reaction
and
to
you
being
know
shot.
you shot that, particularly that back guy, really well. Like you got him. You didn't even shoot him where he had body armor, and you know you got him. He wasn't clothes or anything.
Okay.
It was a good solid shot, but you can see maybe a little blood as you're driving by, but no reaction to it.
Okay.
Like there's no wound penalties essentially.
Okay. Great.
Yeah. All right. So next is that was first round. Ringill, go ahead and make your drive
Okay.
and dexterity roll.
That's fail.
It's a fail.
Yep.
Is that a botch or just
No,
a
it's
fail?
not a botch, luckily.
All right. So you're thinking you're gonna go peel out, and then for some reason your brain just gets confused, and you think that you're gonna, and you're like, wait, shit, no, I gotta step on the gas, which the other pedal which actually ends up being the brake. Just because your brain just gets locked out.
Forgot I was in neutral or something.
Yeah. And then you just go in, and it's like, yeah, totally. So unfortunately, you do not proceed forward. Ward.
Well, I guess I roll my window down now, not in the rear as I was hoping, but
And you see the one guy right there with the hat. You see his face kind of look at you immediately, and then it mouths Ward.
oh good, they know my name.
Oh, goody.
I'm gonna go ahead and pump other stats when I'm done here. But well, I guess I should probably pay because then I have more room for extra. Hey, actually, I can fill a bunch of extra. Never mind, I don't need to worry about that. I got tons of
You
room.
spent the blood.
So
You gain how much?
not a ton. What am I rocking? I need to go for a 4-7, so -2. So I get my 1 back. Yay! They lose 1 point of blood.
Okay.
And then I will spend for dexterity 1, 2,
How many are you spending total?
3, 4. We'll make it 5 total this round.
You're spending 5, so you have 9 left.
4, 5.
Okay.
Yes.
This is gonna be. Yep. All right. So, what else? So that's it. That's what you did. Draw blood. So their turn. They're gonna shoot at you. So the one does look at you, Ward, and it seems to be focused. The guy with the hips, his hands on the hips, the miniature. Yep. And he is going to draw his. He's gonna shoot the gun at you, actually, as opposed to Ringo.
Ringo's got his window up, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. So, yep, I'm the obvious target anyway.
Yep.
Plus, they didn't go Ringo. They said,
Well, they don't necessarily know that it's bulletproof.
yeah, that's
Yeah.
true too.
So, he will do a targeted shot to your head.
Okay.
Wow. Ballsy.
I mean, I'm wearing body armor, so it probably makes sense anyway.
He hits you, and for 1 extra damage. So 3. The service revolver is considered semi-automatic light pistol, so damage is 4. So just shoot me in the head. Go ahead and soak.
Oh, didn't do shit.
Didn't. Oh, you.
You soaked 4?
Yeah.
Badass.
You only did 2
8,
damage,
8,
so
9.
yeah, you soaked the shit. Pow! And you just like look back at him, but he is undeterred and.
That's when you
looking
go.
at you.
Oh, he's deterred.
That's when you go when he goes
He's
bored. You go. What?
Yeah. You're like, yeah, just boom. Get the fucking bullet and some shit. All right.
I give a full Wolverine. Thunk, thunk.
The other 2 are going to try to shoot the shotgun into your vehicle. So then, what I'm looking for.
So bulletproof.
I don't know where the hell.
At least you better hope that my skull soaked the bullet up, otherwise the ricochet probably, damaged the upholstery.
Vehicles.
Right? Fucked up your car.
One more
Sorry.
look, if not, we'll just make it up on the fly.
What are you looking for?
The vehicles page. Oh, I got it here. Oh,
Okay.
is this it? Oh. Hold on. Might be here. This might be it. Environmental hazards, explosives. No, it's not here. Alright, we'll just have to make do without it. It's in the mage book, but I don't have it.
Look at the mage book here.
It has vehicles.
Yeah.
Stats there. I'm using it to prop up my camera.
They just don't sort things as well here. Here we go, ranged weapons. So we're starting to get into holding breath, invention, vehicle charts. There we go. Do you want me to read these off?
Yeah, so
Okay.
hers is going to be basically SUV, but it's going to be added, so basically it's going to be souped up.
Call it a armored super van, maybe.
Let's do it.
Or
That sounds perfect.
okay. Okay. Safe speed's 50. You get your max speed 100. What do you maneuverability is a 5. I can't remember how that actually.
Maneuverability means the maximum amount of drive dice you can use.
Right, I was thinking that.
So the other thing we're looking at, I think, is at durability. Is that
Yeah,
what it
durability is a 10.
A 10. So they do try and shoot it, but we'll use the durability to try and soak it. I'll allow you to do that, Jessica, since it is
So
your
10
vehicle.
dice for durability?
Yeah, but let them shoot it first, and they're not at point blank. So.
Oh, he
they're
might be,
shotgun.
right?
He's not shooting. He
Oh,
already shot one.
Okay. Okay. Yep.
So gun up, that one that you shot, that one. So there's hips, there's gun up, and gun down. So with the gun up, you shot him, and for whatever reason, like his arm doesn't work quite right or whatever. So he it's a complete his jams. His whole shotgun just jams.
Nice.
The other guy is going to shoot again. So
Gun down.
gun down. He
Okay.
gets 2 hits, so 1 damage extra. So go ahead and make your soak roll for your vehicle. He is shooting at it, and it does 9 damage, or 9 dice of damage. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 1, 2, 3.
So
She
three.
soaked 3.
Just
So
three.
three?
Yeah.
Nice.
Oh,
So
oh,
he
dear. Out of
shoots
all
at it,
those
but
dice.
most of the slug just kind of goes and then
Just kind of
yeah, it ricochets off the side or something, one of the angles, and it does not
That was a
penetrate.
pretty bad roll out of 10 dice.
Yeah, yeah, and I barely did a little better, but I only had 9. Okay, so that's it. That's their round. So celerity action. So you can drive around him. Which
Yeah.
you don't have to actually. Your celerity action is whatever you want it to be. So you don't have to declare. That's the nice thing about rage and celerity actions. You can actually have to declare it with all of the people that have those actions. But if you're in this case, you're the only one. So you're basically at the top of the round. You can choose whatever you want to do, but you can't split the dice pool as always.
Okay.
But you could drive around them, or you could do something else if you wanted. It's a physical action. Oh, it can be actually. Yeah, go ahead.
So I feel like he's kind of a bigger threat because he's right in their face.
Yep, he just shot Ward, but
Yeah.
and you see Ward's head snap back, but then he looks at him, and you might see a smile on Ward's face.
Yeah. So since I kind of have cover, I say that, but I know I don't.
You're
I'm just
sitting
saying
out shooting. Is
Yeah.
what I pictured.
and yeah, exactly. But what I
He
mean,
could shoot you.
what I mean is chances of them. I mean, this guy would have to kind of go out.
Oh yeah, no, they're
And this-
definitely focused on
you
the
know,
front vehicle
So
for sure.
that's what I'm kind of counting on, I guess.
Okay.
So I'll take another shot at him. See if I can't bring him down.
All right, and you have a heavy.
I have the heavy automatic AC. It's the 45 ACP
So
is
you
what
have
it is.
3 shots you can do around. So yeah, you can do 1 more. That's
Okay.
fine.
And so that's full dice pool, right?
Yep. Full dice
So
roll.
Dex.
He's not dodging.
So 4, and then I get 4 more for firearms, and 1 more for the celerity. And I do have 45 as a specialty.
Okay.
So 1, 2, 3, 4.
Two pistols. You know,
Oh, I thought you had to choose an actual. Okay.
No, it can be pistols, rifles, shotguns,
Okay. Well.
submachine guns, assault rifles. Anyway,
Okay.
it's a type. It's a weapon class. That's
Alright.
fine. But
One.
pistols is fine.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
Damn.
Holy fucking shit.
Yeah.
Whoa!
9.
Alright, so plus 8 damage. So 5 plus 8, he gets 2 soak. Yay!
That's 13. So
And he doesn't soak any.
5, 10,
Oh my god.
13.
I don't just about enough time.
No, he's already taken a damage, so
His head is
take
closed.
2. You might get me a rush, but not before I turn
One,
into a canoe.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, minus 4. God dang, really?
4? He's
Yeah.
still up, but he is like.
A lot of 2s and 3s in there. But
I did. That sucks.
what's that about?
6, yeah. So, he looks like he should be fucked up, but, for his line, for the way his demeanor is, like, something's not right. I'm not sure what the hell it is. It's like completely.
Well, he's impeding our
pain.
mission, so.
Okay, so that's that.
The car being in neutral.
So, police.
Let's go.
These two are going to continue to shoot at the vehicle to try and bring it down again. Yep. The guy in the front is going to role play.
Okay.
And I guess for this one, since you guys beat him on initiative, you can kind of see he is going to role play because all of a sudden he seems to come to very confused and just instantly racked with pain and seems terrified as he's looking around him, exceedingly confused.
Is this asshole in the back shooting?
Yeah.
Oh,
So,
I'm
Art's
so
shooting.
sorry.
Okay.
Sorry,
Ward,
hip
what
guy.
is your declared action?
Do I need to kill him? I don't know. This masquerade breach. These fucking guys. I don't know. I don't know what the right move here is. Too much of a social aspect. If it were tactical, I would say I know exactly what I should do, but because there's the social aspect of, well, now he's not a demon-possessed monstrosity. He's a dude.
Yeah, and you looked at him, you can see his aura, that whole duel, like just sort of immediately like consolidates and just launches away from him. So now you see a very different aura of and all orange and mottled shifting colors.
I am going to go ahead and not breach the masquerade any more than I might already do. I'm gonna go ahead and roll my window. Oh, God damn it! I don't know how well we're gonna drive. I hate being last. Shit. Sorry guys. I'm just racked with indecision on this one, just because of any second now. Whatever I do could be null and void if we end up driving around it or something. I think I'm gonna actually go ahead and pull my gun and shoot. No. Sorry. Final answer. I will continue to attempt to drain blood on one of the two still possessed ones. If we drive past, I may just cancel my action altogether if the situation is changed significantly.
Rainbow. Drive.
Yep, gonna drive again.
Okay. Try this again. You're like, alright, no, that was the brake. I need to go to the gas. Don't do it yet. Don't roll nothing. Vincent,
Okay, so
what is your action?
so did I notice his demeanor shift?
Yes, all of you probably. Give me a perception and awareness or empathy roll. Let's do that. Perception and empathy.
All of us?
All of you.
Probably should, yeah, that's a
Yeah, I will give it to free for Ward, but everybody else can
Two.
get it. Okay.
awareness, or you said
No,
empathy. So
empathy, yeah.
3 successes.
So
yeah.
all of you notice immediate shift in his, like, and it was sudden, and all of a sudden it looks like he's racked with pain. He's acting far more normal than you'd expect with someone who just popped in and don't remember the last probably 2 hours worth of.
Imagine he's gone like, he's no longer pointing right at us. He probably
Yeah, and
confused.
he's
Like,
and he's crippled. So he's like basically like falls down and like looking at it and bleeding and like just utterly confused.
Okay, well, I get my action is just going to be to
right?
if is it can there be conditions on actions? So I guess what I'm saying is I'm going to try to drive around, but if he pulls out in front of me, I'm just going to follow him.
You're
Does
driving.
I'm driving.
You're driving action.
Okay.
That's all you have to declare.
Okay, that's what I'm going to do.
Okay. However that looks, but you are stuck with that.
Yes.
Unless conditions make it so that you cannot, like if they shoot out your engine, then you get a half action of some other kind.
Okay.
That has to be logical. Alright, Jessica, it is your go.
Okay, when I noticed that it does change what I was gonna do, I do not want to do anything that's gonna breach the masquerade. This guy survives. So I was gonna say, drive around them, drive, don't break, and
We're doing so well.
and
Sorry, I forgot for a moment.
That's basically it. She's not gonna shake. I was gonna do a cloud around them, but now I'm not because of him. So it's basically just a role play, and I'm just prepared to dodge if a bullet does somehow get through.
Okay, that's right.
I grew up driving Model Ts, damn it.
Alright, so, first of these.
I just imagine we pulled to a stop and you put it.
Ringo, go ahead and give me your drive. Let's see if you make this.
2.
Good, alright, so you get to move. What is the movement on that? What did it say for that?
It doesn't really. They don't really have an acceleration. They have a safe speed and a max speed. They got a 50 as a safe and a max speed of 100.
So you basically, you said you had 2 successes?
Yes.
So you're not able to fully get away from them. We'll say, you kind of come right around here. You can even aim for him if you wanted, but
I thought you were
I'm
gonna-
assuming
Yeah, I was gonna try and aim for him.
you are?
He said that initially in the
Yeah.
first
Okay.
one. And then great.
So with that, you got 2 successes. Can I see the character sheet for the vehicle?
Yeah. Okay.
Which one is it?
Armored super. Oops. Sorry. Armored Superman.
Okay. So let's see here. It's
I was just looking at the damage thing that it does for the ramming.
yeah.
So the
Okay. Oh, you were looking
ramming
at
and
it.
collisions.
Alright, cool.
It says, assume that a vehicle ramming a character inflicts that vehicle's durability and bashing plus 1 die for every 10 miles per hour.
So we'll say 50. Well, I
Um,
mean, you're probably
pretty
only going like 20 miles an hour
Yeah.
or something.
That distance? Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
it says 14 inches per turn that the vehicle is traveling. If it's only traveling in the first turn, like
Yeah.
a 14-inch thing, I'd probably not only going like 10 or 20 at
I
that
would say
point.
20. So for 20, durability is 10, right? So
Plus 2.
it's 12.
Yeah.
So 12 bashing damage. You can go ahead and roll that. Ringo, I'll let you
Alright.
because you're the one driving now.
It even
I'll let
specifically
you
said.
soak, and I'll
Yep.
let you attack.
I just want to say that I appreciate this book just for saying, thus a crotch rocket motorcycle ramming. That's actually the book.
No, I know. I love the reason.
explains the vehicle damage in terms of a crotch rocket motorcycle.
It is bashing, so he does get his full stamina, which is 3.
okay. 1,
Ha.
2,
Soaks 1.
3. Oh damn. 4, 5, 6 minus 2. So 4.
4. Alright, you hit him and you hear this thud as he kind of spins around a bit and you continue on. So that's about how far you'll get in your round.
Ooh, actually, it inflicts for trucks. It's plus 3 dice for the size of the vehicle. Too.
go ahead and do your roll.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I was.
3 more dice.
There was the last little bit, and I couldn't find the chart
3
for
more
it.
dice.
Yeah.
Can we write that down? Someone should write that down. So we don't have to write this.
Damn.
Ha!
It only
Never
takes
mind,
two.
so it takes away 2.
Damn it!
Alright.
Why'd you have to do that?
You do still hear a thud, and he spins around.
No,
a
I
bit.
will not be judged by a man who rolled down any ones, okay?
I will not be judged. Okay. So Vincent, you see that. What would you like to do with your? Technically you were supposed to go before him, but I'll just have you. You can go the other way and try and ram that guy. As long as you move less than 50.
No, I think less than
Follow
50.
him in.
Yeah, I'm gonna follow him and try to finish off the job.
Okay.
Can I do that?
Sure. And actually, this thing is like they get one more shot at your vehicle before you guys are kind of basically off and away from them. Is the way I'm going to play this out. All right, make your drive roll. Let's see if you even take off.
His will be faster though. You'll have more
I'll say
momentum.
30, but it's a different vehicle.
Yes, it is.
So let's figure out what vehicle.
SUV is a 60 mile per hour safe speed. It has a durability of 4.
4. Okay.
Really?
Significantly less, yeah.
I mean, we're in an armored vehicle, so yeah.
Yeah, you run over someone with an armored vehicle. That's a lot of weight on the tires on someone's leg.
So my drive roll, 1, 2, 3, 4.
Okay, so add 3 damage to the durability.
So that's 4, so 7.
7, and then SUVs still get that +3.
Yeah, so truck, anything in the truck category gets
Yeah.
+3, anything in the car gets 1, and the little stuff doesn't get a bonus to the mass.
So 7
front
plus
rocket.
another 3, you get 10.
Oh my god, the chart,
And he soaks with 5.
the chart includes unicycles.
Soaks in 1.
Those cookie mages.
Oh shit. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, minus 1, so 5.
5.
We're gonna be gonna roll for the
You
unicycle.
hear a thud as you run
Oh my
over him,
God.
and you don't even hear anything, and you see him not moving, and you can go ahead and pull up right next to that, right behind the other.
Boom, 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 boom.
So thump. And he's not moving in the rearview mirror. So next is 2 drives. Good, Ward. So as
He
you
may
guys are going
be-
through.
What is that? That'd be 36 feet-ish, 40 feet, so it's still well within the 50. Can I see him just fine?
Yeah.
I'll hit him with it, you know, he could top me
Yeah.
off. Yeah, he could top me off on the way back, hopefully.
Can't leave you behind.
Thank you.
1, 2, 3, 4 minus 1, so 3 this time.
3.
So for a net gain of 2 total, if you're tracking.
I am. So your net game is 2.
So I'm back up to 11.
Good. Okay. But you take how much from him? 3?
3 from him, yeah.
Okay. Minus 3. You see he gets wobbly. Doesn't seem to feel pain, but you can see like the loss of blood still seems to have an effect. Okay. With that being said, that's it for you. The police go. He's basically run over and unconscious. The critical guy is like rolling on the ground, and you see he's trying to like go for his radio, and seems to be doing something. The guy with the shotgun is the only one that remains. He will turn around and try to shoot out the vehicle with Rusty in it. So, turns around and shoots at you, Rusty, or your vehicle.
Okay.
He does hit with 3 extra damage on a shotgun. Go ahead and roll your
What's the?
Durability was 4.
4.
So it's 4. Yeah.
Oh yeah, it
So
does.
that's 3, 5, 8.
So characters inside a vehicle are typically protected by that vehicle's durability unless the shooter rolls 4 or more successes to hit or target. Assume that it protects them. You rolled 4 more? Okay.
Yeah. So it shoots him.
Okay, yep.
It'll shoot both though, so we'll just roll the 1 damage. So I have 1, 2, takes that another
I
1.
mean, it's a shotgun. It's definitely going to leave some scratches on the paint
Sure.
out there, buddy.
So 5 damage.
So I have to soak.
You have to soak 5,
5.
and then your vehicle takes 5.
Okay, well, there's no way I'm gonna be able to soak 5. But
It's bashing, so you have to soak.
2.
Yeah.
I have a chance of I have a chance of soaking 2. I don't have a chance of soaking 5.
Yeah, it's just bashing because he came in for your hit. And that.
3. Well,
Okay.
2. Well, 2 because I did roll a 1, but
Okay,
2.
So 2, but you still soak it.
Yep.
All right. So you do feel the blasto against like the back of your shoulders, but it definitely does damage. We have to figure out how much.
Yeah, I was gonna
actual-
say, how
yeah, how much can it take? Because that's a significant amount of damage. But he basically shoots out kind of the rear.
Structure is the amount of so durability is the number of health levels it takes to penetrate the vehicle's body. So basically, if you succeed with 4 successes, you have shot through an opening or whatever and shot through a window.
Yeah.
But if you do not succeed by 4, then you have to get through the durability because it absorbs it. So you got to shoot like through the door, for example. But in terms of what the vehicle takes, the structure rating of the vehicle is the amount of damage the vehicle can take before it's too destroyed to function as more than a block. And the vehicle durability on an SUV is 7.
7. You're fine.
Okay, so
Ours is
basically
10.
2 left.
2 left.
Okay.
Go
Well,
ahead and write that down.
yeah.
Yeah.
Where do we gotta put that here?
Like butter. Okay. So with that being said, the rounds are done. For the police, there's only 1 left. And he comes too. So we're done with this engagement.
Okay. I mean, kind of left some crippled fuckers over here.
Officers down.
Yeah, 2. And the other one's like somehow is like super blood loss.
What happened?
Alright, so yeah, you guys continue past and just drive on with a very confused officer that suddenly just seems to be shooting, but then drops the shotgun and then stumbles very weakly onto the back of the police cruiser. The other guy's still not moving, and the one guy seems to be calling something on the radio, but you guys can't hear it as you drive off and then around the corner to see the following. And I think, yeah, we'll finish with this little part. So as you're coming around that corner, you see before you the County Detention Center, the Charles County Detention Center. Does have a sign, but much more importantly, you see probably about 20 or so people standing in the darkness in front of the chain-linked and razor wire fence, and you do see what looks like people that have gone onto the razor wire and are like in the razor wire, and it looks like someone's literally scaling over and jumping down on the other side, and it looks like there's fighting that's going on in the actual courtyard. You do see some lights on, and you hear the sound more as you guys are kind of pulling up. And as you do that, you see a lot of the whole back row of these people, so probably about 6 people or so, all sort of turn around to face you. All of you give me perception and awareness rolls.
We are Legion or what? What's going on here?
One of us.
You pulled this crap
You
in.
said awareness, right?
It is looking incredibly familiar.
Yeah.
2.
Woo! Double 10s, baby. Double 10.
Absolutely 0. Thankfully, I had a 10 in there because I had 3 ones.
Oh, geez, yeah. Yeah, you're like, nothing's wrong here, guys. This is all normal.
Yeah, this happens all the time, right?
This is what I hear about penitentiaries.
4 successes.
3 10. Well, yeah, 4 successes, but 3 10s on that roll.
So you guys can't help but stop, even if you would normally let go, but you can't, just because of how many people you see and this whole thing that's like
I'd like
playing
to
out
assess
before
the
you.
situation
You
anyway.
kind of like, yeah, you like stop a little bit just for whatever, and then we can pick it up when we pick up the game next time. But you do stop, you do see these 6 people that turn, and the other ones are just sort of waiting in line to hop over the places where the other people have just laid over. And you guys all, how many did you totally take?
I got 4 total.
Yeah, 4.
2 10s.
2 and then 0. So you guys see like just a reflection of their eyes. Their eyes sort of turn around and they all have reflections, like very faint but definitely noticeable now because it's really dark.
Like cat in the middle of the night kind of eye?
You
Okay.
see that look like the flicker of flames in their eyes. And
Oh fuck.
literally, something that you said what you said, but
I wish we had
they
hunters
say
with us.
they all in unison speak, and they say, "Ward, this is not your fight. We are Legion. It is ours." It says, and we'll end there.
Well, you really pissed somebody off.
For once, you should be supportive, Ringo, because it's a demon that I pissed off, okay?
Yes, he did.
It's not like I pissed off the Pope or something.
That's why I was wondering if they saw you, because as soon as they see you, but then you rolled it down, and then they started, so they know you're there.
Yeah, no.
Anyway, so we're well off on our way. So you guys are not the only ones going for the gem.
Well, and as we're pulling up, I'm gonna want to at some point get in. I at least shoot the text off to let the Chantry know that I arrived or whatever. You know, I mean, we informed
I
them we were
assume
going.
you did when you made those like things, but like if you
Right.
want, like I'll say like as you guys are pulling up, you could be texting. So just shoot me like a one-liner or something.
Basically, my only goal is to just connect up with, assumedly Tim and Kay. Like,
Yeah.
you know,
Where
where are the others?
Great question.
That'll be the text that I send out.
They came from a different direction, is
Yep.
the answer actually, and they're in there.
So my text to them to leave off on will be, you know,
They're mired.
we're at the front gate. What's your situation?
They're trying to figure shit out too.
Yeah.
And how far in they want to kill people.
Because we're trying
That
to
are-
find and extract the Nosferatu, you're trying to also find the gem as well.
The source of this problem.
Yes.
We are trying to do both, right?
Yeah,
I mean, the
basically.
Well, and I
Nosferatu
will
and
give you an intelligence and a cultural board. I know you just put things away, but
Yeah, no problem.
I will give you this last bit of information if you make it. Difficulty will be 8. Specialty in demonology.
I do not. 1, 2, 3 though.
Awesome. So you are pretty sure that Mammon is the demon that's control in the gem. Legion is not Mammon.
That's true. You're right.
Legion is a separate demon entity that considers
Yes.
itself plural. Whether it's multiple demons or one that considers itself plural is never known. It was the one that Jesus basically cast off into pigs, and then they all drowned on their own order that he made them.
I will let the coterie know in response to what I heard the group say
Yes.
that this looks like Legion, the demon we encountered in Boston, and we heard from Shayna that, because we knew from Shayna that it was Mammon, or not from Shayna, but from I think Tim. I can't remember where my notes say, but anyway, we knew that the gem had Mammon in it, and so this is a demon fight. This is a turf war between demons. This isn't just one demon. This is two going to town on each other.
That's fun.
Yay!
Okay.
We have the coolest friend.
Let's stop there and let's go around robin. We'll start with Rusty this time. So Rusty, what did Vincent learn? What was some major takeaway for you? Could be a couple things. It's fine. What are the big things that you kind of?
well, I think for Vincent, and this is no backhanded compliment to Ringo, but Vincent has learned that Ringo will go to great lengths to pacify a humanity. You know what I mean? Like, he will. Of course, there's player knowledge, which I know the shady shit he's done with hunters. But there's also this knowledge here that he's done,
Was that
like trying to.
was that metagaming?
No, not at all. I'm just saying.
He's just saying he
Vincent is now
Vincent
like
wouldn't know any of what you did.
yes.
On that day.
But what Vincent is doing, what he's learning now, that what you would do with for a human, even though this guy has done some really bad shit, you would, and by no means is this like trying to hype Vincent up at all, but you would risk pissing off a 9-foot giant kind of guy to save a mortal asshole's life. So to Vincent, that's endearing, yes, but it's also like, wow, he treasures the human soul or something to that effect. You know, he just, that's what he's learning. Like, Again, that's
Great
not a
language.
backhand. Yeah, that's not a backhanded compliment. It's like, dude, you got some testicular fortitude to go up against a guy who's 9 foot tall and could literally rip limbs from limbs, kind of thing. So kudos to that, and that's what he learned. There's that. He also learned, just by the way these foes have been acting, especially with these guys, but then seeing that up front, that they all have the same look, they're all acting the same thing, and they all said the same thing all at once, that we're up against, you know, I don't know if it's a greater threat, but more of a threat than he thought.
Yeah.
So there's those two.
Right, Ward.
I just did mine actually, which is that
Multiple demons.
that there are multiple demons in play and that they are not necessarily friends with one another. As a secondary one, I'll just say I also learned that Jessica apparently underwent some ordeal, and she is in deeper.
fuck,
I feel like I got
Jessica?
the it's that loan shark moment of you're in deeper shit than you let on.
We can talk about it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was gonna ask you if you wanted me to let.
Yeah, you can
will,
tell
Ian.
them when it's your turn. All right. So then Ringo, what about you?
I guess I didn't really learn too much new.
Really?
Um,
You can say the same things that other people have learned, and it's fine. Like I don't.
Yeah.
I don't play that rule where everybody has to be unique because then it screws up the last person going. I think it's fine if your character learned it, it learned it.
all right. I guess you learned that he's. I don't know. No, that wouldn't really work. I guess.
Have you ever faced a demon before?
Have you ever seen a cutter member rip someone's arms off?
Well, I didn't directly face the demon.
Well, you kind of have. You drove over him. So I guess you're.
Well, I mean, previous to all this. Well, I guess he learned what Vincent would do as far as go to the lengths of fulfilling a promise, especially towards
Reggie.
Reggie.
Stop trying to break into my car.
Why did you
Sorry.
put toys in front of him? I mean,
I know,
minis are
I
one
can't
thing.
resist.
How you had to put toys?
Like, look.
I've been
With a
resisting
car.
myself.
I love I love how the size is like almost perfect.
It's great
Like,
scale.
When I was a kid, I
The only
played
one-
with cars all the time.
This is the only one that was a little bit incongruous with the rest, but even that's pretty good. I was surprised at how close the scale was on these.
Yeah.
It's a good fit.
So, all right, I'll allow it, and then Jessica.
Well, this was the first time and actually it was you as well, got to see the information that's actually in the documents. We didn't get to see
Yeah,
it, but
true.
we learned it this section.
Vincent still
Everything
hasn't.
was in the
And he's
Vincent's
keep-
still there. Everybody, well,
Yeah,
that's
it's always in the dark.
I know.
Like, we don't want to fly into a frenzy right now. We don't need
It seems like
that.
a bad
That's
time to break
pretty much the main thing.
Not a closed
at this
vehicle.
point, because I'm not really sure because of my
Great.
awareness
You
roll
want me
being so
underwater
bad,
with it? With,
I'm not
with-
sure what the
what
hell
was
is
it?
happening
The whole
yet.
what he said.
But I also
about,
learned about the diamond
on
and Shayna being connected.
Adventures.
The whole
Great, you
diamond
wanna
and
take me
Evan,
underwater.
What the hell?
with
Yeah.
the whole
Yeah.
Not
Not
self-contained
that she
area.
has the whole story.
There's a
But
No, we're gonna be
there, too.
going up.
she never
up
heard
it'll
anything
be
in the
fine.
hotel.
Oh, great, even
True.
better.
That's true. Or what they talk about.
No, she
Yeah.
never heard anything in the hotel at all. So now she's going, wait, what?
So now, because it's far enough to gone and the
Yeah.
cat's kind of out of the bag, go ahead and talk about what happened
Well,
and how it played out, and I will.
the ballpark one is basically she
You
went
dropped
there,
her off.
yeah, and she went in and just basically expecting to talk to them, but they actually ambushed her, and so she was actually held in captivity against her will as they questioned her
And torture.
because
They were going to kill her.
because they knew the coder was coming, they set a decoy in her place. And she could not stop them. There was nothing she could do about that. But by the end of it, she managed to talk her way out of out of her bonds and came to an. I think actually they had a little bit of respect for her at the end when she informed that she had actually mastered their discipline.
Yeah. And then they're like, yeah,
but one
don't
of
teach
the-
anyone else. I don't care who
Yeah,
it is.
but
Even
one
your
of the
Puerto Rican
stipulations, and the reason why she
we will
hadn't
kill
said
every
anything,
mongoose.
the reason why she hadn't said anything is because they basically told, she cannot tell about what happened with her in there, she can't give any details. She is not to teach the discipline to anyone, and she's not to, and she offered that she wouldn't tell anyone about the Setites and where they are located, so no one outside of the coteries to ever know. Which is
You
why
can
she
forward.
was,
You can forward everybody the email
yeah,
chain if you want.
which is
It's
why
up to
she
you.
was so adamant.
So
No,
I
because they
had,
wouldn't
so I
know.
talked to Raven, and I was like, all right, I would like you to play a decoy. So she had little things where she didn't know about any of the details of
Yeah.
your histories, but she played it out as if, and she was probing, so
She
she's
just-
asking questions to figure out more about you guys too.
And Jessica walking into the hotel, flopping down on the couch and turning on the TV.
There were little things that she was doing. That I was like, go ahead and I mean, you can give it away, but you know, like the impersonator is really good though. So
Yeah,
it's
she
you
has
know
a
like
good
very
acting, but she
high,
doesn't know Jessica.
lots of things. Yeah.
So a lot
I
of some of the personalities, and that's why she didn't speak a lot.
Mm.
That's why she also abandoned the plan. It's like, yeah, okay, let's just go in the front door. We don't need to plan.
Still fun.
It was actually, and I wrote down everything she learned
Yeah.
about
I
them,
know. So
which
a whole email,
I got
and
it.
that's why I was like, oh, you're going by yourself, huh? Okay.
But she
But
had-
she played it perfectly because they had one of the Cassids come in that was basically on retainer for them and could tell if she was lying. So they had the Cassid like listening in on the interrogation, and then eventually they were like, well, then how did? Because they're like, how the hell do you even know our discipline? We have a bunch of members missing. You Diablerized them, so we're gonna Diablerize you. But we want to figure out who else is in on this, and we're gonna kill every one of you. And then they found out that she was like, she said this shit, and they're like, whoa, okay, let's get someone in here to truth this, because we need to figure it out. So what ended up happening is it was actually a random roll, but I did the roll on the when the gift that she was given, the boon that she was given, it was a La Sombra that had Diablerized one of
yes,
their
and
members.
that's why she.
And then had the discipline, and then she got it from him when she Diablerized him.
And
And
that's
so-
why she used her
Yes.
boon to find out who that Sabbat member was, so that she could then, and she just did this as a favor to the spot to show them, hey, or the Setites, to show them that, hey,
Here's
I'm
where
really
here's
unlegit.
where your guy is.
Yeah, this is what happened to your guy. And it happened to be that he was sold at that
The same,
place that we're going.
yeah, the same place you were gonna go
Mhm.
that had sold the warden the Nosferatu. And,
Sold the
and
Setite.
sold the two other Nosferatu to an
So-
undisclosed location that you have not found out about yet.
You know, that's another whole nother storyline that we can go and
Yeah.
Yeah,
fuck
So-
some Setites.
So actually, there's a couple things. So that was.
Judged by
I'm gonna say
Jessica.
that the information that you
she didn't
gained
go along with it.
from about the prince and that whole section is actually the end of the story. So we're gonna do all willpower back, 100% of it.
Nice.
It's been a while, so
It has
congratulations.
been a
Give you
minute.
that. So you did have a success. There was danger, and I will say the player and thus the character came up with a brilliant plan, or even a spontaneous strategy that enabled. I'm gonna just give it to the coterie because I like it. So you guys have 3 extra experience just for the story. We have 1 experience for automatic, learning curve, and of course role play. So I'm going to give you guys a total of 6 XP. That includes the 3 story. So for tonight, you get 6 XP total. And we did finish that story of gathering the information from Pentex/Megadon. Excellent game. And if you have any other questions, feel free to let me know. But other than that, we're done. We're set.
Is there any way anyone can teach me fortitude within a couple of minutes before our fight?
Unfortunately, we don't have the time, or else I'd be taking the second thing of animals and that.
God damn it.